Tell him to refresh. Let me grab the link off of YouBoob, since that one changes every single time I go live for some reason.
Multi-streaming?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Indubitably.
Mr.
Am I not subscribed to the Bro Cage YouTube channel? Hold on.
Do it. At everyone. Crooked Moon 2.
I'm your 368th subscriber.
Look at that. Electric Boogaloo.
Boogaloo.
Episode Late Uno. Paste that one, and I'll paste the Twitch one. Swagadelic.
The Bro Cage?
Yup. I think it's both.
Gotcha.
It's either Bro Cage or the Bro Cage.
Typed in the Bro Cage and it keeps popping up with the brokerage.
Oh, damn.
Damn. Oh, I'm not signed in. That's why. I'm subscribed to you.
Wait, I have subscribed.
Wow. Everyone's so cool and nice.
Everyone's so awesome and friendly and great. Oh my god, I'm here.
Whoa. It's the son of cars.
Oh, there he is.
I gotta grab my dices.
Ice moment.
Bro's ugly as fuck. What the
Fuck
fuck?
you.
Damn!
That's so rude.
Outballed. Holy shit.
Ice moment.
Alright. How are we feeling? How we feeling?
How's everybody feeling?
Hello.
It's
Hello,
cancelled. We're donezo. Yeah, boy.
Guys, we're gonna call off stream today. My team's
Good
being
stream,
racist.
everybody. We didn't even start yet, and we're already canceled. Let's go.
Hey,
Hell
do you
yeah.
want to use real life dice?
Yeah, I don't care. As long as
Sweet.
we're not going crazy, I'm gonna trust you all that if you
Okay,
have
if I
real life
cheat?
dice, you can do it. Yeah,
I'm
just
fudging every roll.
yeah. As long as you
That
don't fudge
20 is
rolls, I don't care. Oh
I have
lordy.
Every roll is a 20 because my dice are weighted. GG.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
I'm not fudging.
I have-
I'm just cheating.
50 sets of dice that I could choose from, but I just took the one.
I'm not misinforming, I'm just lying.
Oh,
I think I got-
feel ya.
I think I got a Yahtzee back in the closet. I can pull it out.
Yeah.
Bro, that's your fireball bag right there.
Oh lordy. Alright, I'll make sure I have the maps ready so that when we start we can go crazy.
It's happening.
Oh lordy. Well, it's gonna have us in a map right away, but
Stuck
that's
in the
okay.
fabric.
So for those of you that are new, in the top right there should be a play button on your character sheet, and that should open you up to a virtual tabletop.
Good old VTT.
A little VTT.
No, don't look at Gremlin in the camera.
Absolutely.
Sweet, and I see nothing. Oh, never mind. There it
Nice.
is.
Yeah, it might take a second to get everything loaded, but this is where we'll hold combat and stuff since we got to do it online.
Gotcha.
This is kind of how we move around. So for those that don't know, your movement, even though your movement speed will be like 25, 30, or 35, will probably be what it is right now. Each square is 5 feet. So you'll kind of use that as like your information as where you're moving around, and if you're like ranged, if you want to make a ranged attack or a spell attack, you gotta make sure you're within that range. But boop-a-doop, as long as I get most of this stuff added, I don't know if we'll get past this point. We could probably get her started.
Awesome.
Sick.
Sweet! And so, we'll happen first, where we'll kind of pick everybody up one by one. And so we can start in Pico, wandering around in the wastelands. Not really the wastelands, but maybe one of the cities of Funtopia, sitting in a back alley. Mr. Bolshoi, what are you doing at this current moment?
So, I, Bolshoi, have just returned from the mortal realm. We are now back in Dreskenwald. After I got to some shenanigans with my previous employer, I'll call them. So, I'm just gonna revel around. I mean, this is Funtopia, right? So I'm gonna have a great time, as is standard here in Funtopia. So, Bolshoi will like to I'm going to look around and see if there's anything interesting that has changed since my last visit.
Sure. You check around Funtopia, the capital of Pico, the main big city in this region, and everything is kind of as you would remember. There's tents, there's parties, there's carnival games, there's festivals. For most places, this would be a celebration of some kind. For you, this was everyday life up until you left for a little while and came back. The one thing that you don't recall is the mild amount of fiddle music that's playing in the distance. You don't remember that being a staple anywhere in Funtopia, and as you kind of listen out for this, you might try to follow the sound, and as you step out into a street where there doesn't seem to be anybody else wandering around, no lights on in other homes or other tents, you can see in the distance there is this light blue glow where you can hear the fiddle music coming from, and it starts to get louder and louder as it pulls up to you as you watch this giant hunk of metal. I don't know if you've seen a train before, but it glides along on these blue-green mists on spectral rails that apparate beneath it and then disappear after the train moves by, but it slows in front of you, and hopping out with the fiddle is a little frogman you would see in a nice three-piece suit. He's got some suspenders on, some nice gray pants, he's got a brown leather coat thrown over, he's got a nice brown top hat, and he's got some straw in his mouth, and he steps out, and he says, "Mr. Bolshoi, I've got a paper here that says I need to take you someplace you need to go."
Do I recognize this person as...
No, this seems completely out of the blue. You would never have seen something like this before.
Well, what is your name, my friend?
Well, now, sir, you can just call me the Vagrant. I'm just a humble ferryman guiding souls to the other side, or in your case, I'm just dragging you somewhere else.
Well, could you tell me where you might be going?
I'm not too certain the destination. I'm just the in-between. I'm the middleman. I pick you up and I drop you off, and that's about as much as I know. If you got a ticket, you can step right on board. And that kind of confuses you, and you feel around for a second, maybe check your pockets or something, and you realize you do pull out a nice golden ticket with some very fine cursive filigreed on the front that says Ghostlight Locomotive Bolshoi, signed in your name. You don't know how it got there or why, but this seems to be your ticket of entry on board the train.
Well, I've never seen this before, so but I mean, who am I to say no to some whimsy, some fun? So, lead the
That's
way,
what I like to
good
hear.
sir.
Sure, step right on. And he opens the door, and you step right onto the passenger car, which will be the map that we have right at the front here. So you can drop yourself on, or I can drop your token. Players, Bolshoi, boom. Feel free, you step aboard, and you see a very fine-looking, if not a little maybe old, antiquated, luxurious type of train car. You see some nice plush seats, plush cushions, a nice fine red carpet on the ground, but the weirdest thing you see is that any other passenger on this train doesn't seem corporeal. As you're looking around, you seem to be the only physical thing here. Everything else seems to be this kind of that same color of the mist that you saw outside underneath the train, this light blue-green glow. They seem to have that kind of coloring to them. Everything else seems to be a ghost in plain language. And as you kind of move around, they don't really pay any mind to you. They don't really pay any attention to you walking around or wherever you take a seat.
Do any of them stick out to me at all, or like do any of them look unique or different, or is there anything out of the ordinary?
Make a perception check.
That'd be awesome. Nat 20! Oh my god!
A nat 20 to start it off.
Oh!
Sure, you notice that there's somebody sitting in the back, in one of the back left seats, not quite in those nice fine areas where that's like the two facing seats. But you notice one of these ghosts seems to have a slightly darker hue in that blue-green coloring, and they just twitch ever so slightly, and it makes you feel uneasy. You don't want to be next to them. You really are fine with any other seat, but there's that one ghost that there's just something off about them, and you're worried that they might not be all there.
So Bolshoi recognizes this. He sees this ghost, and he has that feeling of unease. And so being from Pico, he's all about whimsy and fun and a little bit of deviousness.
Sure.
He doesn't like this feeling, so he's gonna sit as far away as possible.
Sure. So you'll
He's
sit.
gonna find it open.
Yes.
He doesn't care if it's open or if it's out. Like if there's someone else on the far side of the seat, he's gonna sit there. It doesn't matter.
Sure. Yeah. The right side is the heading towards the front of the train. The left side is towards the back as we're looking at the map, so you can pick one of those front seats. Yeah, you can kind of just take whichever one you want.
It's gonna go right here.
Sure. And this is where you remain for the next few minutes, few hours, depending on how long the time jumps are between picking people up. And so we run to our next person, Umbra. Where are we finding you at?
That's a great question.
Would you be in the Shadowfell, or do you think you're walking around the material plane somewhere?
I think I'm out on a mission at this point, so I'd be in the material plane.
Sure. Wandering, maybe at the time of night when it's your greatest ally, especially when you're sneaking about, trying to recover some things, take out some people. Normal things for an assassin such as yourself. But same as Bolshoi, though you wouldn't know, you hear something off in the distance. Something that your training would alert you to being off right away. The sound of fiddle music. You weren't expecting instruments, you weren't expecting music, but there it is. And it gets closer and closer, and though the rest of your team members, parties, maybe you're solo, you don't know, but no one else seems to be picking up on it except you. And as you turn to look behind you, you can see that same vision of a blue-green light that starts to head your way, and that hunk of metal, a train, starts to head your direction on spectral rails. And as it starts to slow and stop in front of you, you see that same picture of a frogman in his nice three-piece suit, fiddle, and a little straw in his mouth as he hops out. Well, Umbra now, sir, where you heading off to?
It's none of your concern. Who are you?
I'm the Vagrant. I'm just a ferryman bringing people where they need to go. Now, I can't pretend to know where you have to go. All I know is you got business in Druskenwald, and I'm supposed to take you there.
I've not heard of this Druskenwald.
Well, it's a realm of death. Be that as it may, it's more of a realm of second chances. I believe you're familiar with some of that at least, and, well, there seems to be trouble about it, and some power, here or there, decided that you're needed.
My mission is to my queen and my queen alone.
Maybe this'll bring you there. Like I said, I can't pretend to know what powers pull you which way. All I know is I've been summoned here, so to speak, and, well, if you give me your ticket, you can step right on board.
What ticket?
Same thing. You kind of, like, check your pockets for an instant. You're pretty positive you don't have one, and then you pulls your hand up. You didn't even reach into a pocket, but you feel yourself holding a ticket by your side. You don't even know how it got there. You don't remember grabbing anything.
Bow magic.
Maybe.
Very well. I shall see what this power wants of me.
Why sure. Come on, right aboard. And as you kind of step up to the train, maybe a little apprehensive, you see the same thing Bolshoi did. Very fine, luxurious, kind of antiquated scenery. You see the fine cushions, the fine red carpet beneath. But you specifically would see something in the car. You, I think, would notice right away, just since Bolshoi already did, I'll say you all kind of notice as you step aboard. You see all these ghost-like figures. For some of you, that might be new, for some of you not. But there's that one in the back that feels off, it feels weird, and whether you want to sit close to it or not, you think this might be something of interest, or at least something to keep an eye on. And so, yeah, I'll drop you, and then you can kind of choose wherever you want to sit. Sure.
So the off one is over here then?
Yes. You know what? I'll drop it just so we can have it there. And you guys will kind of see as you're looking at the map. But these things are called haints. You wouldn't know this, but these specific ghosts that are being shepherded between the land of the living and the realm of death, they're called haints, all of them. But the one that worries you is sitting back here.
Okay.
So I'll only have him marked for now.
I'm gonna sit here then. A decent line of sight.
Sure. Cool. That works. And as we continue moving on, I think we'll go down and Cassian, where might you be at this moment?
Cassian is he's set off on his quest a little while ago. He's just meandering through the plains, kind of just wandering around. His god told him that he would find his way eventually, so he's just out in the large plains waiting to see where the world takes him.
Sure. Same as before, you hear the strange fiddle music start to play in the distance. Something you might not have even heard, being from the tribe that you're from. And so this bout of music kind of rouses you in suspicion, but also a little bit of pleasantness. You're not sure. Looking in that same direction, you see that blue-green glow approaching, and as it gets closer, the giant hunk of metal that is this train, as it pulls in front of you, pulls to a stop, and the vagrant steps outside, the little frogman, with his fiddle and his straw and his top hat. Well, hey there, Mr. Cassian. I've been told I need to pick you up and bring you someplace you're supposed to go.
I'll believe that. I mean, I've never seen anything like this before. That's true. That's for sure. You said you don't know who brought you here, or?
Well, I kind of get directions from all kinds of powers, but I don't pretend to understand them, really what the wiles are. They just kind of shepherd me in the directions. I need to go pick people up and drop them off. For most, that's souls between the life and death realms, but for others, they just need to be somewhere. They're being summoned by something beyond me, and I'm simply the middleman.
All right, then. That might be what I'm looking for, then. How do I just walk on then, or what do I need to do?
Tickets, please. And he'll hold out his hand. Same as before, you'd either check your pockets or it'd be right in your hand, but you would pull out that same gold ticket with the fine filigree of Ghostlight Locomotive, and then signed your name in very fine cursive.
Well, this is a very strange ticket. I don't remember ever being given this, but I guess it's yours now.
Fate has a funny way of pulling people where they need to go and pulling others together. I'm not, again, I don't pretend to understand. I just like to get people where they're going. Please.
Fate is a strange thing, but yes.
Indeed. Welcome aboard the Ghostlight. You step on.
Thank you.
I would say you guys notice, as more people are getting on, you would notice that there are other random stops that would pick up more and more of these spectral passengers, these haints. But you would definitely keep an eye on, I'd say, each other. It would be of notice that you guys are the only, like, physical, fully corporeal things as you're all stepping onto this train. And so whether that influences where you want to sit or not, you can kind of let that dictate for yourself. But
Yeah, I'm gonna keep sitting where I'm sitting, and then actually what I'm gonna do as well is Bolshar's gonna practice doing card tricks.
Sweet. Here you go, Cassian. You can pick your seat wherever you want to go. Same as before, you do notice that one haint that's slightly has that darker blue-green hue and is a little twitchy. And so you can kind of decide if you want to stick close to that, if you want to stick close to somebody physical, or just pick a random seat altogether.
Cassian's gonna see the haint. Not quite like the feel of that. Pretty sure that's gonna be a general thing that people feel. But he's gonna notice the two other corporeal beings on this train. He's gonna see the one man, Umbra. He looks a little dangerous. He doesn't look super, what's the word? Social maybe. So he's gonna go to the other one, Bolshoi. Not gonna sit right next to him, but gonna just sit across from him. Kind of just watch him do his card tricks. Think that's an interesting fellow.
You notice as I'm doing my card tricks, I'm kind of like talking, seemingly to someone, but you don't see anything. Like
You see he
there's
keeps
nothing there.
looking up and across and like at the back of the seat in front of him and having a full conversation with himself. Nothing else is answering back.
Like I have like I'm almost like responding to another conversation, but you don't see anything. So
Can I make out any of the words you're saying?
I'm kind of just making jokes. I'm reminiscing about the work I did in the material world.
Okay. I'm
Cool.
I'll listen, I'll watch, but not gonna speak up too much.
Sure. And the train travels a little while longer until we start pulling up into Ardengloom, where we pick up our next passenger. Arborata, what are you doing at this moment?
Alright, so currently I am just kind of meandering through Arden Gloom. I just got out of this kind of like secret society down underground kind of thing, and I'm holding a page that has certain words, maybe a map of some sorts. But I'm holding just a singular page, pack on my back, staff in my hand, and I'm just meandering through Arden Gloom trying to make sense of what this page has in store for me.
Sure. So just as you're leaving this kind of secret underground area that you were at, and you start walking out into the night sky, familiar to you where it's always dark in Druskenwald, you start to hear the approaching fiddle music, and you look to see that same blue-green glow as the hunk of metal follows on spectral rails, and soon thereafter, you see as the passenger car would stop in front of you, and hopping out from it seems to be the Frogman in his nice three-piece suit, got the fiddle, the straw in his mouth, and the top hat, and he'll say, well, Miss Arborata, I believe I'm supposed to shepherd you to your next destination.
That's interesting. I was just thinking I needed a different view.
Well, I'm
Now,
good at that.
where-
I'm good at transporting.
Do you know where it is that I am supposed to be headed?
Well, all I know is we're heading Druskenwald, of course. I mean, we's already here, but I'm taking you somewhere else. The Lord and Lady's Chateau, to be specific. That's where the line ends for now, but the tracks, they ain't always the same. When he says this, you know that he's referencing Philip and Adela Druskenwald. They would be the Lord and Lady of the land. You would understand that, and so would Bolshoi. Because you guys might be able to hear the conversation as the doors open and he's picking up somebody new. And you would know that the chateau is a specific region where they live, and the leaders of the different regions would all go meet.
You know, I think the Lord and Lady might have some answers for me. Perhaps it would be beneficial for me to hop on this train of yours.
Well, that makes sense to me. If anybody has answers, it might as I'd expect to be the Lord.
Okay.
Tickets, please. And he'll hold out his hand. And same as before, you didn't expect to have a ticket on you, not in your pockets, not in your hands, but some way, somehow it's there, with the fine cursive of Ghostlight Locomotive, signed Arborata.
I don't know of your magic, but I'll follow you anyway. Here you are, sir.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Step right aboard. Take any seat you please. Don't mind the other passengers. They're just like you, going someplace new, plain and simple.
I understand. Thank you, sir.
Indeed. You'd step aboard. Same thing as everybody else. There's one hint that throws you off. The luxurious nature of this car might seem kind of funky to you, especially those of you who don't know a life of luxury for the most part. And you'd only see these 3 other people on board who seem fully corporeal, not ghost-like. And so I'll drop your token, and you can move yourself wherever you see fit.
Okay. Well, I come on the train, and I immediately just start looking around. I look around at whoever is on this train because I don't really like people.
Sure.
I don't like the corporeal or the spirits. I just
Sure.
don't like anybody. So I'm more of a antisocial kind of place. So I'm looking around, I see the Haint, and I'm like, that doesn't look right to me. And then I see Umbra, and I'm like, oh, that dude's shady. And then I don't think I've ever seen a cat person before.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Bolshoi, and I recognize that like he's like a jester. He's from Pico.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't really very much care for the jesters.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of pick the middle ground and I go straight forward, and I'm like, okay, this is a nice vantage point. If anything goes wrong, I can just hop out.
Perfect. That makes sense. Awesome. Door shuts, travel commences, and before too long, we start pulling up to Habling. Where are you at this moment?
I'm just traveling down a road looking for a tavern, looking for food.
Sure. As you're walking down, looking for food, looking for a drink, just a good time, maybe just hanging out and wandering the streets, you'd hear that same fiddle music playing, and as you look to see where it's coming from, you'd see that same blue-green glow followed by the hunk of metal on spectral rails, and soon enough, there is this train in front of you, and hopping out of the passenger car is that same frogman with his top hat, his straw, and his fiddle. And he'll jump out and, "Oh, Mr. Habling, I believe I'm supposed to take you to someplace new."
You got food?
There's a food car on board.
Ooh. Okay, I'm looking for a free meal if you got one.
That is courtesy of the Ghostlight Express, on account of me taking you where you need to go. Now, if you'd so kindly, tickets please. He'll hold out his hand, and same as everybody else, you'd feel on your person. You don't remember having a ticket on you, and you've never heard of the Ghostlight Express, but sure enough, there is a gold ticket with fine black filigree in cursive, Ghostlight Locomotive, signed Habling.
This is some funky magic you got going on.
Little bit now. I've heard that a lot tonight, but to be honest, it's not an uncommon line from the people I pick up. Most aren't expecting travel, but please, come on aboard and find a seat.
Alright.
Cool. And you'd step aboard, and I'll drop your token, and you can kind of survey and decide where you'd like to sit. Same as everybody, you see some corporeal people, you see the other seats are mostly inhabited by the ghost people, and there's that one in the back that's giving you weird vibes.
I'm gonna sit next to the jester man. I like his hat.
Perfect. There are 2 seats there, so you could squish or you could sit. Yeah. We'll say right there, perfectly fine.
I'm still having this conversation.
Sure.
Seemingly to myself, so.
What,
Makes sense.
What language are you speaking?
I'm speaking common.
Common? Okay.
Perfect. And last but not least, Mr. Sherlong de Bartoladen. What are you doing on this night?
Oh, Sherlock just got off a day's work. He's getting ready to pull into his house and begin his nightly routine of sitting on the couch in his underwear with a tub of ice cream crying himself to sleep.
Okay. You're just getting ready to do that. Just as your hand touches the knob of your door, of your front door, you start to hear the fiddle music playing behind you. And it's very strange. You usually don't expect people out this late or this close to where you're staying. But there it is. And so you turn to maybe eyeball who's walking down the road, playing the music, you don't know. But you see the glowing blue and green lights in the distance as it starts to pull up closer and closer to you as the music gets louder. And as you watch this hunk of metal on spectral rails pull in front of you, you see a train. And though you may or may not have seen one before, it pulls in front of you. And hopping out of one of the cars that's trailing along behind it is a frogman. I don't know if you've seen a frogman, as most of you probably haven't, but he's in that fine 3-piece suit. He's got that brown coat, brown top hat, the fiddle, and the straw in his mouth, and he hops down. He says, "Oh, well, Mr. de Bartoladen, I believe I'm supposed to take you somewhere, sir."
Kind of look around, check and see if anyone's behind me. Look back at the frogman, very confused. Me?
Why, yes, you, sir. I know it's a strange appearance. My forthcoming is not usually foretold, but I'm told you need to be somewhere important.
I just clocked out. Boss said I was good to go home.
Believe me, you don't got much more work to do. Think of this as a all expenses paid vacation of your choice.
Has this been cleared with Mr. Farmer Boss?
Well, I believe he may not know your whereabouts, but I promise you there's something you don't want to miss.
I can't miss work.
I tell you what, I'll put in a word. I'll speak to him on your behalf.
Still kind of just looking around, indifferent. My door is kind of cracked open. I look in and get a good view of my fridge where I know that tub of ice cream is sitting. I look back at the frogman. I ask him, "Can I bring my ice cream with me?"
Why, sure, we don't got nothing but time. Go ahead.
I'll be right back. I step inside for a moment. I grab my ice cream. I probably grab a bottle of water to drink. I come back and I say, "So, what's happening here? Where am I going? What's happening? I've never has seen anything like this.
Well, you and a few of the others on board, the lucky few, are heading to Druskenwald. You're going to the Lord and the Lady's chateau, where all the leaders of the regions meet and discuss important information. Now, I don't know why you specifically have been summoned, nor do I know why anyone else has. I've only been told I need to bring her there. I'm simply the middleman.
I've been summoned. Who, may I ask, has given this summons?
To my best guess, that would be the Lord Philip Druskenwald.
Lord, oh boy. Okay, I guess I'm ready.
Tickets, please. He holds out his hand, and you don't feel a ticket. You don't remember a ticket. This is also strange to you, but you look down, and sitting right on top of the tub of your ice cream is a ticket in that fine gold coloring and black filigree, Ghostlight Locomotive, signed Sherlong de Bartoladen.
Look down and say, whoa. Alright, I guess here it is.
Well, thank you, sir. Go ahead, step on board, and take a pick of your seats.
I'm stepping on board. Still got a confused look on my eye. Very dirty, still in my work clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I take a look this way. I see a puppet throwing cards around, and that kind of makes me a little more uneasy. I see a cat person, which kind of comforts me. Reminds me of our childhood cat, but I'm still going to turn around and walk this way. I don't make too much of noticing the discolored paint, as I am slightly colorblind, so I don't notice it immediately, but as I
Sure.
sit down back here
In one of the fine
my head
seats.
down.
Perfect.
in one of the
Amazing.
fine seats, I don't know that it's a fine seat. I'm just sitting
Sure.
where nobody else is. Then I kind of take a look around and see that, oh, hey, that guy's kind of a weird color, but I don't really think anything of it.
Yep. Now, I would like you specifically, because you took a seat on this backside of the cart, I want you to make a perception check for me, or investigation.
Okay. Perception or investigation.
Yep.
I just rolled a d20.
Yep, you should be able to click one of those pluses next to it on your skill tree, and it'll roll it and add that bonus to it automatically.
Okay. Perception. 9.
9. Yep. You are tired after a long day's work, so you're less concerned about looking around at the things in here. You're more concerned with finding a nice spot to sit and digging into that tub of ice cream.
Yes, sir.
Indeed. And so everybody is now on board, and you guys are kind of free to do as you please, to sit for a bit, and honestly, we could take this moment to kind of go around and we can explain how everybody looks. I know we kind of did that in session 1 a little bit, but now that we're starting, I'll go around in the same order I picked you guys up, and we can kind of more in depth give a visual of what the others might see. So we'll start at the top with Bolshoi.
Okay, so Bolshoi, he, being from Pico, is from a land of whimsy, a land of fun and entertainment. He is in a standard, jester's attire. He's got his fun hat, kind of everything hangs off loosely. He's as him being a Threadborn, he's made of wood, so he's a puppet. But his facial features are hidden behind a white mask with the drawing of a smiley face. Yeah, that's about all I have to say. He's very lightly armored. He does not look to be very dangerous, but he just looks like a standard jester with a white mask.
Sweet. After that, Umbra, what would they see? How would you describe yourself visually?
Not much of Umbra's skin is available to see. Much of it's covered beneath dark cloth, a hood, this mask that he has on his face. But what you can see is these very piercing, almost slitted like a feline's golden eyes in various... There's a bow and quiver on his back, there's a hip quiver around his waist. Very obvious that he's a ranged fighter.
Perfect. Cassian.
Cassian has that golden colored fur that you might find on cheetahs, spots and stripes kind of decorating his body a little bit. He wears some very nice but durable cloths around his body, making it pretty easy for him to move about, jump, do monk stuff really. But he has a staff. He has his quarterstaff with him, mainly used for just walking, helping him walk and look around. But his main weapon. He has a few knives that you can see like strapped to himself, to his legs specifically. But for the most part, he looks pretty limber and not too. What am I trying to say? Not too nervous. He keeps an eye out and is ready to try to judge people, see how he thinks they'll act.
Sure, you're just being watchful, observant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Arborata.
Alright, so Arborata is essentially like a witchy version of Groot. Essentially, she is a Gnarlborn. So she is a tree folk. Her skin takes on the appearance and the feel of tree bark. Her hair is made of vines and moss. And essentially all of her clothes is just made of different pieces of underbrush, some foliage. Essentially, most of it is moss, but yeah, there's just different elements of greenery in there. She has a pretty big pack on her back full of just miscellaneous alchemy tools and different sorts of things that she uses. She holds one long staff. And a belt with assorted like little pouches that she keeps her herbs and whatnots in. One key difference between her and other Gnarlborn beings. Other Gnarlborn have just these kind of like jack-o'-lantern orange glowing facial features, while Arborata has more of a pale blue glow. Not quite like this greenish glow that surrounds the train, but more of like a somber kind of like a frosty blue. But yeah, and her face is pretty much like a Halloween mask. It's just like a wooden mask with these movable, carved out eyes and mouth that are, they're glowing with that pale blue glow. She sits to herself. She doesn't talk to anybody really unless she really has to. But she does keep a very keen eye on the people and all the other haints around her.
Awesome. Love that. Habling, go ahead.
Habling is a rather tall, lanky pumpkin man, wearing very ragged clothes and a chain shirt, carrying many weapons, looking like he's ready for any battle. His face looks like a very devilish, very devious smile, even though he's very relaxed, very calm. Yeah.
Sweet. I'll just say right now, because I think everybody else heard it, I think you are echoing through Arborata's mic as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Just wanted
bad.
to call
Just
that
sit
out
next
early
to
on.
her.
No worries. I know you guys are kind of in the same building, so if you wanted to like just sit and use one of your mics, that's absolutely fine. I was gonna
I
call
didn't
it
know
out.
if you guys could hear me through her microphone. I don't know if it's muffled loud.
No
or
worries.
quiet.
It's kind of the same actually.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll keep mine muted then.
No worries. And last but not least, Sherlong de Bartoladen, go ahead, describe your appearance.
I'm tall, like 7 feet tall, Goliath, barbarian, burly, sturdy man. Not necessarily muscular, but just kind of big. I mean, at the current moment, I'm very dirty from the hard day's work. I have a Anakin Skywalker sky on my right eye from an accident in my childhood. Yeah, other than that, kind of like a muscular Hagrid if he was in Game of Thrones.
There you go.
Slightly more muscular Hagrid if he was in Game of Thrones. But by no means intimidating. Big but soft kind of deal.
Sure. Cool. And that is what all of you see as you now are able to eyeball around the cart. You would notice that there might only be one or two more stops along the way, and no more corporeal figures are being picked up. So for now, there's just kind of this silence, and if you guys would like to mingle about and maybe talk to each other, you can. Otherwise, we can continue.
Bolshoi is still talking to seemingly no one.
Sure.
But from what was earlier a pretty normal conversation, he's now going to start talking to this seat, this chair that's in front of him. And he's just going to say, "Listen, I know that what I did was wrong. However, I can't understand you when you talk like me when you talk to me like this. Okay?" He's kind of getting upset almost. Like
Sure.
He's upset. He can't understand like who he's talking to
Just
anymore.
won't understand. Yes.
Yeah.
And before we get too long, I forgot that I was waiting for you all to get on board before I read this description, but I do have little block points. Most of this is off the top of my head, but the book I have does have block points where I get to read some descriptions for you guys. So, the passenger car. This car is filled with rows of forward-facing cracked leather seats. Velvet curtains, once rich in color, hang faded. The Ghostlight Express lurches forward with two short blasts from the train's whistle, followed by a screech of wheels that sounds like the shrill note of a violin, then the percussive chugging of the locomotive. Moments later, the view out the windows on either side of the car obscures. Shifting green smoke swims past the glass, completely veiling the realm beyond. Ghostly passengers ride peacefully seated on the tattered remains of once lavish upholstery. They simply look forward or out the window with empty eyes, ready to meet whatever comes next. None seem to have any baggage. And you guys would notice this now. As the train was kind of traveling to pick up different passengers, you'd notice this green, smoky outside look. And you couldn't see past it, really. You'd just see this green smoke kind of flying by you all. But now that these last couple passengers have been picked up, it hasn't shifted back to any realm as they stop to grab anybody. So, that's all you see for now.
So Bolshoi is now upset. Okay.
Yep.
This conversation, he's done with this conversation. He gets up. He's angry, and with the jingle of bells that are attached to his outfit, he's gonna leave his seat, and he's gonna ask or wave down. Is the frog guy still in the cart?
He went up front, but I think he'd be happy. No, you know what? He's here still. He's hanging out with everybody until he thinks he's picked up everybody, so he's free to answer any questions.
Mm-hmm. So Bolshoi's gonna get up and he's gonna walk up to him. He's like, "Hello. Do you happen to have any refreshments around, sir?"
I believe I do. They'd be up in the in the food cart up front. I can't remember how many cars it's up, but you can make your way up there shortly enough. I believe we have almost everybody on board, and we're ready to make our final travel over to Druskenwald to the Crescent Court. So, if you don't mind, I think I'm going to take my leave. And
Well, of course. And then he's gonna let him walk by.
Sure. He says, "Give me one moment. I can announce over the speakers when y'all are free to start walking around and traversing the train until we get to our destination." And he would stand up and he'd walk out of the front of the train, and it's interesting. He would open the front of the train, and you would see that same, not green glow from the smoke that's passing you by, but that like lighter bluish green color, kind of similar to the Haints, is in that doorway instead. As he steps through, you don't see where he walks out to. But then he just disappears, and the door shuts behind him.
Mm-hmm. Notice, or I guess being told that I have to wait in order to move around. Bolshoi's gonna go back to his seat and sit down again.
Sure. You guys sit. Most of you kind of just thinking about things to yourself, think about where you're going, maybe what kind of mission you're on, how you're going to proceed and go forward. But all of a sudden, one passenger among the blankly staring spirits stirs. It darkens to an inky shadow as it darts into the aisle, as its humanoid silhouette falls, tall and gaunt with a head tilted to one side at an unnatural angle. Crooked tendrils shoot out from it like gnarled tree branches and shatter the windows of the car. Ghastly mist spills in around you. One of the passenger's spirits lets out a pained wail, then takes on a malevolent form with a huge maw of blocky teeth, a single eye in its head, and 2 smaller eyes in the palms of its spindly hands. A shrill train whistle reverberates around you as the windows suddenly repair themselves, and you can hear the voice of the vagrant emanate from the ceiling, muffled and crackling. "Could y'all take care of that? This ain't happened before, and I'm a fiddler, not a fighter." And we get to do some combat as some stuff happens. Ooh, I gotta
love
drop some
combat.
monsters. I know, let me drop some monsters. Let's see. We got this guy. Boom. Boink. And.
I was expecting a Tarrasque, I won't lie.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw a Tarrasque
Gotta
at
go
all my
Tarrasque.
level 1 players.
Hell yeah.
I think I get to add, actually, it's another Spectre.
There's 2 of them.
There's a few of them. You would notice them as well as this guy. As the
Boogaloo.
wayward haint that was in the back, the one that was weirdly twitching and fidgeting. Cassian, I think you and Umbra would have been the 2 keeping the closest eye on this figure, just being the most observant, keeping an eye out for danger. As the twitches got more and more violent the longer you guys were going on, and it finally cracked and became this thing with the 1 eye, the 2 on its palms, and this tall, gaunt figure. And you watched as its tendrils reached out and shattered the windows in front and next to it, corrupting these other haints into these specters, these violent, malevolent spirits. And I'm going to have all of you roll initiative.
Yeah.
Ray!
Sir.
Wow!
Yeet.
I got 11.
Nat
12.
20, baby.
Hell yes.
Very nice.
Hold on. Maybe. Hold on.
Ooh.
Yep.
Good roll from Mr. Bartley.
Oh, never mind. I got a 12.
Hell yeah. Sweet! So most of that should have updated for me. I'll input yours as a 12, Miss Arborata. And then I'll auto-roll the initiative for the other guys. Perfect. So starting off this combat, Umbra, being one of the few keeping an especially close eye on this figure, being one of the closest, you are the first to act as you watch it slowly delves into this corruption and then starts kind of spreading that to the figures around it.
Can I vault over this chair
Yes,
here?
you can. You can.
Sick. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 20, 25. Let's sit there.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna a longbow Spectre A here.
Sounds good. Roll to hit.
Actually, no, I'm gonna hand crossbow. That's what I'm gonna do.
Sounds good.
Eh.
A 10,
Wow.
unfortunately, misses. You're reacting very quickly to this as it suddenly happens, and you very quickly draw your crossbow and fire your hand crossbow, but just graces past
That
it.
wasn't even a 10. That was a nat 1.
Oh no! Well, on that one would auto miss.
Yeah.
Yes, it would fly right by. And I believe, is that all for your turn then?
Yeah, that's it.
It might be because you guys are only level 1 for now. All right, that is Umbra's turn. After him is Sherlong. You're happily sitting back, having some ice cream when all this suddenly erupted around you.
Yeah, I definitely noticed, and I drop my ice cream. I take out my hand axe. But I don't think I do anything yet. I think I'm still kind of trying to. I don't know.
See what's
12,
all going
35,
on.
I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could run away. I'm just debating on if I know to do that or not.
That is up to you,
Like
big
run
man.
over towards the rest of the people. I think I just take out my axe and I'm sitting here watching, trying to,
Sure. Taking
lay
in the
low
scene.
but ready.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what we can do is you can ready an action so that if something gets close to you, then you can use your reaction to take a swipe at it. Just so that you're standing and kind of ready. Yes. It's not something you'll press, it's just something
Yeah.
you'll say. and then if that something happens or it gets
Okay.
close to you, it'll trigger and you can swing. Perfect.
Yep.
Sounds
I'm
good,
gonna
Mr.
ready my hand
DeBartolino.
axe.
Habling, it is your go. As you notice all this starting to erupt around you.
I'm gonna move over here past Umbra. I'm gonna try and get around him.
Sure.
And I see that Sherlong is almost immediately surrounded by 3 enemies. He's stuck in a corner.
Yes.
So I'm gonna take my fighting chain with the hook, and I'm gonna try and scorpion one of them for Mortal Kombat and just drag him over and try and divert
Sure.
attention to save.
Go ahead. Roll to hit.
Would I just roll?
There should be
hit slash DC?
Yes, you'll roll that, and it'll auto add the pluses and bonuses to it.
Ooh.
Nice. A 20 would hit. Go ahead, and you can roll some damage.
Okay, so then I just roll that damage next to it?
Yep.
Alright.
Damn.
Oh.
4 damage. Perfect. Which one were you aiming at?
I'm gonna aim at Spectre 1. Or
Sounds
8.
good.
Sorry.
Yep. Spectre A, I'll throw his damage on him. Your hook lands, and you begin to start pulling on this Spectre. I don't know if we've done the rules for it. Does your weapon say it has rules for like pulling like that? Otherwise, we could make them up. I don't know if I think we had some weird problem where it was like an advanced weapon thing we had to get. So I'll just say he gets pulled 5 feet closer to you. As you...
It doesn't...
I couldn't remember if it said or not as we were like looking at it. Otherwise, I can look at afterwards and we can figure that out. However, you stick this hook into the hook's chain, and you begin to pull it towards you as it's being lurched out of its seat and into the aisle. And is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, or is that your action?
That would be my action.
Sounds good. After Habling, we have the Shadow. The Shadow is going to float, and it's going to move close to the closest thing that it wants to hit. So it's going to move over to Mr. Sherlong, and it's going to take a swipe at you. So it is going to pull up a claw, a very shadowy, like tendrily raked claw, and take a swipe at you. And that is a 6. I don't believe a 6 hits your armor class, Mr. Sherlong.
15.
Swag.
Class.
Indeed, that does not touch you, so it takes a swipe at you, but it's going wild and it goes wide. However, it is close enough now that you could take a reaction and swing back at it if you'd like, because you readied your action.
I do like.
Indeed. So go ahead, you'll click the to hit DC button under next to your weapon of choice. An 11. An 11 just misses. As kind of a reaction, as it took a swipe at you, you ducked back and tried to go for a swing, but it ducked back too, and it's all a mess. But that is the Shadow's turn. And so we get to Arborata.
I'm looking around at all of the chaos, and I'm like, fuck, I didn't sign up for this shit. So I'm just like looking. I see the specters just kind of floating in that corner, and I see all of these other people on the other side of the tracks that I do not know. I do not trust. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna dive across the way into the stairwell here and just kind of hunker down.
Sounds good. Would you like
I don't want this.
Sure. Do you want to prepare any actions, or are you just gonna hide?
If any of the specters come by, if they come into this square right here, then I'll ready my sickle and I'll take a swipe at them.
Sounds good.
But if they're outside of that box, then I'm probably not going to do anything.
Sounds good. Awesome. We move on to Bolshoi. How do you react to all this, Bolshoi?
He's pretty stunned. Like, the window's broken. He's like, he's pretty shocked. But you know, he's from this realm. He's from Pego. He's seen his fair share of stuff. Mm-hmm. He's done his fair share of stuff. So you know, nothing really surprises him anymore. So he's gonna, you know, vault over these seats and kind of go next to Umbra. He's gonna kind of like elbow Umbra in the arm. He's gonna go, well, I'll be DM'd, I guess. You know, you get it because souls are the DMs. And then he's gonna snap his fingers towards them, and as you see a crackle of energy as he casts Eldritch Blast, and he misses.
Nice. You send an Eldritch Blast forward, and it's right as Habling is lurching him with his hooked chain, and it kind of just pulls him out of the way. A bunch of newbies who aren't coordinated with each other yet. That'll be the flavor. But that'll be Bolshoi's turn. Spectre A, as it is kind of retching and going through these like pained wails where it's being transformed by this mist outside. It's got a hook in its chest. It just lets out a wail. It's going to fly towards whoever has the chain in him, which is going to be Habling. So he's going to fly forward, and he's going to take a swipe at you. So that is blink. Another 6, which misses you, I believe. So in its crazed state, it takes a swipe at you and totally does not hit. However, Arborata, you see this as it moves into the square next to you as it dashed forward. You can take that swipe with your sickle if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Indeed. Go ahead.
So I take a swipe, and that's a 18.
An 18 would hit. Go ahead, roll some damage.
All right. So that's a 5.
Nice. Cool. You deal some nice damage to the Spectre as you cleave in with your sickle. It doesn't do quite as much damage as you would hope against this incorporeal ghost-like creature, but you do see that you do deal a little bit of damage to it. Cool. That is Spectre A. Spectre B is going to do the same thing, but it's instead going to fly through the seats and charge directly at you, Arborata, as it makes its swipe through the wall next to you.
Oh, shit.
That's a nat 1. Okay, I'm throwing this dice in dice jail. That's a 2, a 2, and a 1 for all 3 things I've rolled. As it's like kind of just blindly clawing forward, it hasn't gotten its head through the wall yet, so it's just blindly swiping through and very obviously misses you. And that'll be it for Spectre B as we get down to Cassian. Was watching, but a little too far away to react right away, so how would Cassian react in this moment?
He sees all this kind of mayhem unfolding. He wants to go help that one man that's in the corner. That big shadow kind of spooks him. He thinks that guy could really use some help, but he needs to get past these first 2 specters. So he's gonna jump up on the top of these like seat headrest, kind of hop between each one.
Sure.
Get up to the specter. He's gonna bring his quarterstaff down.
Sure. Go ahead, roll the hit.
He's gonna bring it down on that on Spectre A. I assume an 18 hits.
An 18 does hit. Go ahead, roll some damage.
We're rolling damage. Gotta find the right dice.
Indeed. A D6 with one hand, a D8 for 2.
We're going D8. It's gonna be 5 damage.
5 damage on Spectre A as it's getting bonked on the noggin.
Big damage.
Then, following that bonk to the head, he's gonna use his foot, kick out, and try to basically make an unarmed attack on him with his foot.
Sounds good. Go ahead, roll the hit again.
I assume a 17 hits.
17 also hits. Go ahead, roll some damage.
Alrighty. Unarmed. That's gonna be 5 more damage, and then can we have that specter make a dexterity check?
Sure. Let me grab a different dice because that other one sucks. Well, that's much better. That's a natural 19 plus 2. That's a 21.
Yeah, I assume that's gonna manage to make it past it.
I would hope so. I'm in serious trouble if my level 1 party has saves above 19.
My save is actually a 35. So.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Just a little high.
Indeed. It shrugs off whatever effect you were trying to apply to it as it kind of thrashes wildly at all the different sources of damage that it is taking at this point. Is that it for your turn then?
Yes, that will then end my turn.
Indeed. Okay, cool. With that, we loop back to the top of initiative. Umbra, you are free to move and do as you please. How would you keep reacting as you watch all these people start to fly in front of you and crowd your space to make shots?
Well, first off, I would like to draw attention to the fact that my first roll was a nat 20 and my second roll was a nat 1.
Damn.
So, insert the Thanos gif of perfectly balanced.
Indeed, actually.
And I'll go right here.
Yep.
Can I sneak a shot at Spectre A?
I
from
think
here?
you could, going, especially if you're in one of these seats. I imagine you could stand up on the seat and like kind of take an overhead shot. Yeah, absolutely.
Alright. Yar. I'm gonna assume a 27 hits.
Absolutely, it does.
Damn.
Yeah, fighters get crazy
Sick.
bonuses. I remember playing one in a one shot.
They're fun.
D6. D6 plus 5. Okay. That's 9 dabblage.
9 dabblage. You watch as you shoot, and this bolt sticks right into the head of this haint, and you watch as it kind of thrashes about for a minute before it starts to slow its movements, and your bolt falls from its body, the chained hook falls from its body, and it kind of fades away into this blue-green mist that disperses on the floor, as Spectre A is dead. Boop.
Very nice.
Indeed. Very nice. Do you have anything else you'd like to do, Umbra?
Oh, that's it.
Sounds good. Mr. Sherlong, back to you. The shadow.
Sherlong's starting to understand what's happening here. I'm gonna come on out.
Sweet.
Swing my great axe at him.
Sounds good. Roll to hit.
And like, can I try
What's
to
up?
like push him, like kick him back a little bit too?
You can push. That's an action. I think.
Move
There's
him,
that bonus
move
action.
like.
I think you might have a great weapon mastery that does that. I can't remember. I can pull up your sheet really quick as well and check, since I
don't-
know you're new.
I don't see anything that knocks back, but that was just
Sure.
that
me-
that would be my goal, is try
Give
to
me-
get him
Away from you?
to just. Well, not just to knock him back, hit him really hard, knock him
Yeah.
back.
I got you. Give me 1 second. I'll look at you and see if you can do that.
Otherwise, you could take the shove, pushes people back, but that is
Yeah.
your action. So
Yeah, that's
to
the
you.
weird thing. You can choose
No.
to hit him with your axe, or
No.
you can choose to push him. What you can do with your axe
No,
is you can
I'm
try to
saying-
topple him. You can make him go prone, but that's up to you.
prom's good too.
Yes. But no, you wouldn't be able to hit him
we're
with your
just-
axe
we're
and
just-
push him. So,
Okay, we're just gonna swing the axe at him then.
sounds good. Roll to hit.
13.
A 13 hits. Go ahead and roll some damage. 12. A nice hefty cleave as you stood up.
Big.
You actually prepared yourself to take a nice swing, and with a heavy cleave, you take a chunk of this spectral essence away from the shadow. Very nice, very nice.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Is that it for you, Mr. Sherlong?
That's it.
Sounds good.
No, I'm getting ready to swing again. Can I ready another action?
For your next turn. Absolutely.
Okay.
It's usually, if you want to ready an action, you're spending your action then, and then your reaction when it happens.
Yeah.
So, yes. That's how that
Yep.
works. I know, a bunch of
Gotcha.
rules that'll eventually maybe be learned by some
No,
point.
no,
I
no,
don't know.
it's fine. It's
Sure. Hadley, it is your turn.
Am I able to move past the remaining specter without getting a hit or whatever it's called, the opportunity?
Opportunity
attack?
attack. So you would have to leave its melee range, which is 5 feet around it. So you could make it to, let me grab my ping. You could make it to this square and still be safe. If you move past that one, then it will be able to get a swing.
Okay, so if I move one tile to the left and then go up to Cassian, that won't provoke it?
It would, because that moves in and then out of its range. Since it kind of watches
Alright.
this, like, these 8 squares on the outside of it, if you moved up to Cassian, it would be able to take a swipe at you. But you could move to these 3, or any of these 6, no problem.
Okay, I'm gonna just go up, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Sure.
And I'm gonna use my my chain hook again,
Sure.
and I'm gonna get the shadow. I'm gonna pull it towards me, try and divert more attention, especially since Sherlong has nowhere to go at all.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna
No.
try and hit it with that.
Sure. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Ooh.
A 24 absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Alright. Ooh,
7.
7.
A nice chunky hit. you throw your chain and it kind of wraps around it once before the hook sets in, and you're able to start dragging it back as you pull it 5 feet closer to you, giving Sherlong a little more room to breathe.
Could I ask a question real quick?
Sure.
For opportunity attacks, with him pulling it out of his range, would that provoke it, or would that not do that since it was forced out of the range?
An opportunity attacks happens when you're willingly moving in or out of, when you're moving out of something's range. If it happens by force, it doesn't trigger it.
Okay, thanks.
So because the shadow was forced away from from Justin, it doesn't. There's no opportunity attacks to be had.
All right, thank you.
Cool.
What
that-
does entangle do?
Entangle? I am not totally sure.
Because there's a property of the chain or the fighting chain hook that's entangling.
Sure. Does it tell you?
Probably imposes restraint.
That's what I would think. Is it's either restrained or grapple or something like that.
It doesn't say what it does. It just says that that's one of the properties.
Interesting. You know what? Let me Google that.
He might also need to get mastery for that first before
It's
it
possible.
lets that happen.
Maybe.
Oh, that's true.
It's possible. It might be a mastery thing, but we can work with that because I know you grabbed a fun weapon. Oh, okay. Here we go. I think I found it. An entangling weapon can tie a target up. When you hit with an attack against something that's no more than one size larger, you can use your bonus action to attempt to grapple it. So if you like to, you could use your bonus action to try to like wrap it in the chain, and yeah.
Hold on one second. Yeah, I think that might be a special property or weapon mastery.
I think so. That's where it is in the thing I just looked up. But we can check that later and have it like written down somewhere so it's obvious.
Well, I won't do the entangling just to not risk cheating or
Sure.
not doing what I'm not supposed to.
Sure. Is that it for your turn then, Habling?
Yes.
Sounds good. It is the Shadow's turn. As it was kind of reaching and taking swipes at Sherlong, it got wrapped by this chain and pulled back, and so you watch as it kind of like its whole body like flips, it inverts and is looking at you now, and it's instead going to take a swipe at you since you were the one who attacked it and wrapped it in a chain. That is a 13 to hit.
Would I check my armor class for that?
Yes.
To see if it hits?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And
that
we
would
do-
not hit. I have 15.
Sounds good.
What's your armor class?
My armor class is 15.
15.
15? Yeah, doesn't it?
Perfect. The ghost takes a swipe, but you're able to kind of scrape it off as it doesn't do any damage to you. Cool. And that is the Shadow's turn, as it is kind of just hanging out. That goes back to Arborata. It is your turn.
Alright, so Spectre B was kind of swiping at me earlier.
Yes.
And was it able to go through the seats then?
Yes, these specters are able to kind of go through the walls and the seats and whatnot. That's how it was flying through the seats and was trying to swipe at you
okay.
blindly through the wall.
I gotcha.
Yep.
Alright, so since that guy. Whoops, I
worries.
I moved that guy. I meant to move the whole thing, not just the Spectre, sorry.
Yep.
So since that guy was swiping at me earlier, that guy's the immediate threat to me. I'm not looking anywhere else other than this Spectre that
Sure.
is attacking me. Like, everybody else just kind of phases out for me. Like, I don't care about those guys. Right now, I want to stay alive. So I am gonna move up and over to just across where the Spectre is.
Yep.
And I'm gonna take a swipe at him again with my sickle.
Go ahead, roll the hit.
23.
A 23 does hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Alright. 2 and 4.
Indeed. You take a nice clean chunk of them out. And yeah, this Spectre is still kind of flailing about and panicking a little bit as it doesn't really know what's going on, as it's kind of just violently flailing at things. But is that your turn, Arborata?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Sounds good.
Yep.
We get back to Bolshoi then.
So he missed his last attack. So he's gonna reposition here, and he's as he like walks past Umbra, Umbra walks away from Bolshoi. He's like, "What? You don't like my joke?" And he's gonna snap his fingers again at Spectre. B. He's gonna cast Eldritch Blast
Sounds good.
again. It's 19.
A 19 hits. Go ahead, roll some damage.
He's gonna do 7 damage.
Nice. What color does your magic kind of appear as? What makes it special to Bolshoi?
Oh. So Bolshoi, I mean, he's a jester, right? So it kind of, when he snaps his fingers, it's gonna be like a green and red, just ray of energy, or it's gonna be almost like a ribbon, almost like a
Sure.
like a
Oh
magical
yeah.
ribbon.
Yep. That sounds cool. Awesome. You
Mhm.
snap and you
Like a
watch
party
these green and
saver.
red ribbons fly, and they kind of like pop on this thing with a little bit of confetti as it does damage. Perfect. Is that your turn, Bolshoi?
Yes.
Awesome. We go back to the Spectre as it's going to take a swipe at Arborata now that she is right in front of it. It is going to do... Hiya! That is a... What is that? A 21 to hit? Which I assume hits.
Woof. Yeah, that hits.
Damn.
Indeed.
Yeah, that. Oh, damn it.
You take 10. You take 10 points of necrotic damage as this thing looks over to you as you took a swipe with its sickle, and you watch its claws elongate and turn into that inky black that happened to the shadow, and it rakes up your body.
Oh, damn. 10?
Yep.
Well, fuck. I'm
probably knocked
dead.
out.
I only have
You
8.
are down.
I only have 8.
Okay. So you
That
are
would probably
down.
Shit.
kill or down most of us.
Indeed. Most of you would get down by that. A few of you wouldn't. Actually, one of you wouldn't. Now that I'm looking at your health. 2 of you, my bad. 2 of you wouldn't.
Damn.
Indeed.
Oh,
But yes,
Jesus.
one clean swipe and a very good roll, almost max damage on my dice as it swipes up your body and leaves these inky black cuts all along your front side. And the Spectre is going to then eyeball and look around at what's happening, and the next thing, it's going to fly over and just position on the other side of Habling.
Uh-oh.
Indeed. And so after the Spectre, it is Cassian's turn.
Cassian, he sees this fellow traveler get downed. He focuses more on the Spectre. He's gonna move a little bit closer, and he's gonna take another swing with that staff. I don't think a 7 is gonna hit though.
7 does not hit, unfortunately.
And then I believe yes, I can make I'm gonna make a bonus action, swinging with my paws again. A 10.
A
don't think
10
that's gonna hit.
does not hit either. You take a few swipes and you watch as it kind of just it fades out a little bit. These things kind of like flicker in and out of their corporeality, and so it just fades out as you take these couple of swipes before fading back in. Just some unlucky timing, maybe.
All
This
right,
is what happens when the hero tries damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's about as much as I can do, unfortunately.
Sounds
That's
good.
gonna be the end of my turn.
So after Cassian, we get back up to Umbra. It is your turn. You're
You're
muted,
muted,
Brock.
Brock.
All right. So forgot I usually just turn off my microphone instead of muting. All right, displaying some of his elven agility, Umbra is gonna jump across the seats here, and then a roll to take up a firing stance at the Spectre here,
Sounds good.
and I get to roll at advantage. That's fun.
Swiggity.
That's a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Swag.
Avenge me.
That's 8 dabblage.
Sounds good.
8 damage.
8 damage. Boom! You take a heavy hit at the Spectre as it sinks in. Very weird that the punches and the staff flew right through it, but the arrow sinks into it with a solid thunk. And you imagine this arrow did quite a bit of damage. And this Spectre, as it kind of flickers almost in and out of existence very rapidly, you can tell it is on very low constitution. It is looking very bad. Is that it for you, Umbra?
Yes.
Sounds good. We move on to Sherlong de Bartleden. It is your turn as you watch a chain wrap in front of this shadow and pull it 5 feet away from you, giving you a little bit more breathing room.
Yeah, I heard some screaming coming from the other side. I figured that's kind of nothing good. I can't really see over all this stuff in the middle here.
Sure.
So I'm just dealing with what's in front of me. I'm charging at him, and I'm swinging my great axe again.
Sounds good. Roll to
At
hit.
his head.
Beautiful.
Big one. Okay. The great axe.
A 12. A 12 just hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Let's go. Come on. 7.
A 7. This shadow, you take a heavy cleave, and like nearly headless Nick from Harry Potter, you cleave through its neck, and you can see there is just a tiny bit of the shadow that's holding its head to its body still, as this thing looks like it is on its last legs. Oh. And with that, I believe, Habling, it is your turn.
Yeah.
Right,
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna use my warhammer, and I'm just gonna thwack this guy.
Sounds good.
This
Roll the
guy
hit.
BA?
Oh, that's cool.
A 5. That unfortunately misses.
That sucks.
Am I able to take a bonus action?
If you have a light weapon, I believe you can bonus action attack with it. But otherwise, I
am I able
don't
to
know.
do a spell or a special?
If it's a bonus action, you can do it.
I'm gonna use Gift of the Green. I can choose a character within 30 feet and expend and roll 1 hit point die and regain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled. So what would I roll for that?
Who are you
They would roll
trying
their
to?
hit point
Yes,
die, wouldn't
they
they?
would roll their own hit point
Okay.
die.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cast it on Arborata.
Sounds good.
Okay, so what am I doing?
You feel a rush of energy kind of surge through you as you get a bit of this healing, and you get to roll one of your hit die. And I believe as a druid, that is a D8. You get to roll a D8, and you get to heal that for HP.
Oh, sweet.
Probably should have mentioned this as well, but she also adds another 2 to it from the Gift of the Green ability.
Awesome. So you get to roll a D8 plus 2 and heal that.
Sweet. Damn.
no.
I rolled a 1.
A 1. Okay, so you heal
Okay.
3 HP. But you feel this as your consciousness slowly starts to fade from you for a minute. Those wounds start to stitch themselves closed with this green magic. And you are, again, awake once more. Sweet. I believe, is that all for you, Habling?
Yes, that is all I can do.
Sounds good. It is the Shadow's turn, and the Shadow is panicking at this point. It wants to get away from most of you, but it can't. Finding that it is surrounded, so instead, it's going to just take a swipe wildly at Habling. That is going to be an 11, which I don't believe hits.
No.
It does not. So as it
Damn.
takes this swipe, it starts to panic and it's looking around. And it can move as a shadow through a space as narrow as 1 inch without expending any extra movement. So it starts to try to run from you and start flying towards the front of this train. But it leaves Sherlong's reach. And Sherlong, you can take a reaction to use a opportunity attack if you'd like, as this creature, this shadow, tries to run away from you.
Yeah, it's on its last legs. I'm gonna hit it with, I guess I got my great axe out. I'm swinging that again.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Roll to hit. That's a 22.
A 22 hits. Go ahead and
Dang.
roll some damage.
Big.
Let's go to 9, 12.
Awesome. And
Oh,
so,
That's max
this is
damage,
where I
right?
get to explain, yes. This is where I get to
Big
explain
gaming.
something called how do you do this? So, when you kill an enemy, usually when it's one of the main enemies of a battlefield, I'm going to ask, how do you want to do this? And you kind of describe how you kill this entity.
Yeah, he's he's trying to run away. He turns his back. He takes a swipe. He missed Habling, right?
Yes.
So yeah, he's trying to dart away, and I just kind of lunge forward swing at the last little bit hanging on of his neck, and just as he runs forward, I just nick that last little bit,
Indeed.
chop his head off, and he falls down.
You do this. You swipe and you catch that last little bit connecting, and you watch as the head tumbles off and lands on the ground and kind of melts into this puddle of shadow as its body falls and kind of does the same thing. But you watch as it starts to kind of roil and bubble in this dark blue-green coloring, and then it zips beneath everybody else, and you watch as the shadow, this little puddle of shadow, moves towards the front of the train and out through the window of the door, and the shadow is gone.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Yeah. However, that was the shadow's turn, as it is now dead, or maybe moved on, we're not sure. Arborata, it is your turn, now brought back to consciousness.
Oh, yay. So yeah, I'm brought back to consciousness. I'm looking around and I'm like, oh, this is bad. I'm not experienced enough for this.
Mm-hmm.
This fucker just brought me down and I had to be rezzed by one of these randos. So I'm just gonna be like, oh, nah, I think I'm good. I'm just gonna hop back.
As you start
over
running
here.
away, you know what? The Spectre's not going to take the opportunity attack because he was focused on Habling, so
Okay.
it does
Yeah,
not
so
take
I'm
that
just
attack.
like, I'm gonna hop back behind these other two guys, and I'm like, you guys got this.
Perfect. Sounds good. With that then, Bolshoi, it is your turn.
As Arborata is running by, Bolshoi's gonna like wave as she's running past, and he's gonna snap his fingers again as two ribbons fly out from seemingly under his sleeve as he rolls a 17 for his Eldritch
Nice.
Blast.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
4.
4, that is just enough as you send out these ribbons and they collide kind of in that wrap around the Spectre and have, maybe it ties a nice little bow as it the Spectre fades from existence, and you watch as it also turns into that blue-green mist coloring, not like the shadow where it was dark, but kind of like these other haints, and it dissipates more like a mist and just disperses throughout the cabin before it becomes unrecognizable.
Mhm.
And you guys have done your first combat, and that ends combat.
Hooray!
Yippee!
I only died once.
Yay!
That's alright. They hit hard.
hmm Well, the Spectres get like 2d6, so if they roll well, and I rolled a 4 and a 6 on that one attack it got, so that would have downed most
Yeah.
of you.
That was a good roll.
If it rolled an 11 or a 12, it would have downed almost all of you except for Sherlong. Sherlong's a big hardy guy.
Life drain
Big old
moments.
boa.
You guys would be maybe taking some breaths and looking around at what just happened. You would all, even though you kind of subconsciously took notice of each other on the train, I think now you would look around and you'd see all the other people who took swipes or helped or did something against these. And before any of you can kind of say a word to each other, you'd hear that same muffling and cracking from above in one of the speakers as, "Shh, how are y'all doing back there?"
Well, you know.
The
We're
problem
alright.
has been solved.
Oh,
I'm still in one piece, mostly.
that sounds good then. Like I said, I'm more of a fiddler, not a fighter, and I've got to make sure we get to our destination. So, I apologize for running. I simply must ask for your assistance further, however. That shadowy stowaway you just fought in the misty shroud, it let in on the train. That green smoke outside, that is known as the shroud. It can corrupt beings who are not used to traversing it. It corrupted those couple of spirits, so I had to make a break and get up front. Now, I must ask, there are 6 others who are vulnerable on board, and they are very prone to corruption, and I've kind of had them marked as my own, but I don't want to get mixed up with the shadow, so I'm asking all of you, please, you corporeal folk, help to subdue them or put them to rest in whatever way you know. I'll leave that up to your discretion. They have to be released from the train before they can be corrupted, you see. We don't want them messing with all the other passengers. You can help them resolve business, or, like I said, you can dispatch them as you see fit. Once they're gone, you should be able to make your way up to the tender. That's where I am. And make sure that the fuel sources aren't corrupted. Make sure it doesn't make it all the way there. I've got to stay here and just keep any lingering shroud from getting aboard, but please, when you're making your way, we do have the Lord and Lady of Druskenwald on board. I ask that you do not rifle them up. Ain't no call and riling them up first. This little scuffle, really, it's no big deal, but please deal with it quickly.
So what you're telling me is we need to be discreet, maybe.
If you can.
I can do discreet, and so I'm gonna kind of start leaving the cart.
Sure. It's very strange to speak at this speaker overhead. You don't really see a microphone or a dude you're talking to, but he still responds to you guys. And with a final...
Bolshoi is used to talking to disembodied voices.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense to me. With one final crackle of that overhead mic, the Vagrant's voice would fade from this passenger car, and you'd all kind of look around to each other. However, Umbra, you would notice that the compass that you're carrying that kind of points you in the directions you need to go would start to whir to life in your pocket. You would know right away this means something important. As you kind of reach in and check it, you notice that where it normally is kind of not pointing in any direction whatsoever, or just spinning, aiming in any direction, it locks very heavily and hard towards the front of the train.
Okay. Is the front of the train the direction we need to go?
Yes. That would be to the right. There's nothing out the back of the left, and there's only that one other door where you guys stepped on those stairs. So the only other direction for you guys to travel would be to the right, towards the front of the train.
You see Umbra kind of do a quick once-over, making sure his strings on his bows and hand crossbow are good, and he's gonna start walking.
Sounds good.
Cassian, he'll follow, but he'll follow by jumping across all the seats. He'll give Bolshoi a little hop on top of his shoulder before hopping along as well.
I'm not very tall. Like I'm not a big guy.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. He won't hop on Bolshoi. Might crush the little wooden dude.
Is Bolshoi?
Bolshoi, he's like 5'2". Like he's not big.
Yeah, maybe I won't jump
Just a
on
little
him
guy.
instead. So yes, I'll follow behind Umbra.
Sounds good. And I imagine for most of you that you would all kind of pick up and, maybe heeding the Vagrant's word, start to follow. Maybe, I don't know if you'd say wary, but very curious about these new companions that are kind of traveling in the same direction as you. You've all kind of been given the same mission to go free these people. And we move on to the next cart. So, I'll say we'll go in order of the people that I see standing. Umbra, I want you to roll a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll a d6 for me.
D6.
Indeed.
Where's the danger?
At a Juan.
A Juan. Okay. Let me write that down, because the order in which these cars appear is random. So you get to roll and see which one you walk into.
Wait. All right.
So, this first car, you will all step through the door and walk into. Strange enough, you all would step in, and as you step into the shroud like you watched the Vagrant do before, you're kind of sitting and shrouded in this area until all of you step forth, and then that mist clears away, and the room would brighten, and you'd find yourself in this new car. This car is eerily quiet, save for a soft creaking each time the train gently rocks. A long corridor stretches down the car's length. 3 sliding doors alongside the way suggest luxurious private cabins for the train's first-class passengers. Yes, we can drop you all. We got, who is this already? Bolshoi, Umbra, Barbarata, Cassian, Habling, and Sherlong. Boom! You can all kind of travel as you see fit and explore as you see fit. Yeah.
Bolshoi's pretty curious. I mean, he's been around the realms a few times. Like, he's lived here for a while. But, I mean, it's been a long time, so he's kind of curious about this train. He's never been on it before. He's going to look to see if there's anything that sticks out or anything that's interesting.
Sure. Go ahead and just make a general perception check, and we'll see what you find. At least in this car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's not looking very deep. It's just like on this, and it's 4, so...
Sure. Maybe you're more enamored with the people around you as you're traveling. It's been a while since you've had an act together with other people for the most part, maybe. So you're eyeballing your companions or the newfound folk who could be.
His new circus troupe,
Indeed.
you could say.
Me walking along the walkway here,
Sure.
the hallway, I guess. I'm just gonna be paying attention to the compass in my hand, and
Yep.
you notice that as Umber walks, there are just no sounds. He's so accustomed to the Shadowfell and moving quietly that he leaves. There's no footstep sounds, no rustle of fabric, nothing.
Sounds good.
Bolshoi is going to try, and so if you've ever watched Baki before, you know the one scene where the guy holding the flashlight, and he's like he's right behind him, like literally like almost touching. I'm gonna walk as close as possible behind you without you trying to find me. I'm not looking over your shoulder. I'm literally following every action you take, and just pretty much I'm like your shadow.
Sure.
I
I'm
hate
gonna be
that
as
I know what you're
close as
talking
I
about.
possibly can. Yeah, I'm gonna be as close as I possibly can be. I'm just gonna be following you.
Sure. Cool.
Real quick, Cassian, he wants to walk up behind Umbra, take a peek over the shoulder. He sees the what's it called? The compass pointing straight towards the what am I trying to say? The front of the train. His senses are telling me, I mean, that's kind of odd. So he speaks up, Mr. Shadowy Man, why is what's up with this compass? What is it pointing to?
An artifact of my queen's.
That's sorry about that. That's an interesting little trinket you have. Well, maybe more than a trinket if it was given to you by someone of such importance. Is it a pointing you towards anything special?
It is something of hers, though I know not what it is.
Well, I hope that you'll find it soon. Maybe this train will lead you to the end.
I will find it. It is only a matter of time.
Cassian is gonna stay silent after that, nodding a little bit, but he's just gonna follow, noticing Bolshoi obviously, but not saying a thing, thinking it's just a little goofy, but just watching kind of over his shoulder and following along.
Sure.
Sherlong. Sure. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope. I was about to ask if you other three had anything you were gonna do, so go ahead, Mr. Sherlong.
Mine's nothing major. I was in the back, and it's kind of crowded up here. I'm a big guy. I don't like crowded places, so I'm just gonna squeeze Midwestern Sky, squeeze my way on by these here, and I'm just gonna stumble in. I'm gonna stop right here. I'm just enjoy some elbow room and kind of take a breather after what just happened. I'm looking around at these guys. I saw the other two in the car before. I'm indifferent about most all of them except for Cassian. For some reason I don't mind Cassie. He's the one that I feel like I have a special affection for him because I had a cat growing up in my childhood.
Sure.
So he's the one everyone else I'm still kind of scared, indifferent of.
Mm-hmm.
But Cassian,
they're all scary
I
looking.
feel like would be the one I would be drawn to.
I like
Yeah.
Simon, bro. I'm just a little guy. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, but he's scary
He's just a
Russian
little guy.
accent, scary
I'm
puppet
the most-
living, dude. I'm just a simple farmer, man.
I'm gonna follow shortly behind Cassian and Bolshoi, and I'm gonna try and do the same thing that Bolshoi is doing, but to Cassian. I'm gonna try and do it as well,
Perfect.
just as closely as possible. Except I'm gonna put my head just slightly above his shoulder, to where he can barely not.
You're
see my
much
head.
bigger. You're much bigger than I am. So you stick out.
I'm like peering over everybody's shoulder. I'm just watching from above. I'm like a stealthy giant. I'm gonna just try and be as creepily funny as possible to Cassie and try and jump scare him
Perfect.
like a cucumber or a cat.
I got a tail behind me that's not sticking close to me. It's going out back there. I think I'm gonna feel you coming up.
Sure.
Oh, really?
Can I make a stealth check?
Sure. You know what?
Just-
Bolshoi and Habling, both of you make stealth checks to see how well you're sticking behind these people.
15.
All right.
Damn.
Swag.
Oh, a 7.
Ha.
Habling, you forgot to account for the tail. You just saw Bolshoi doing this, and it looked kind of fun. I'd say Umbra's more focused on his compass at the moment, so he pays no mind. He has no idea that Bolshoi is like perfectly walking and mimicking his movements. But you very quickly feel the tail kind of rubbing in and around your legs as you forgot to account for the cat person's tail.
Oh, I was hoping I was gonna step on it. That would've been
Damn.
You could accidentally step on it as he's kind of like walking.
Yes, put all my fucking.
Damn.
Oh lordy.
Arborata just kind of sees like this band of misfits just fucking around in the hallway. Like there's two kind of serious people, and then there's those two jokesters.
Yeah.
And she just kind of like rolls her eyes, but she walks past Sherlong. She just kind of nods to his direction, like she acknowledges that he is a fighter. Like she saw
sorry
him.
about shoving past you earlier.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good. But I don't really say anything. I just kind of like nod in his direction, keep my head down, and walk
Sure.
behind. And I come up behind Habling, and I know like his stealth to Cassian kind of failed. Like maybe Cassian kind of like looked behind him at Habling and just kind of like rolled his eyes or something.
I stepped on his tail.
Well, I don't mind. But like I come up behind Habling, and I just kind of say like a silent like thanks, just because like he healed me back there.
Sure.
But all I say is like thanks, and I just continue on behind him. I don't say anything else.
Sounds good. And this is kind of the order in which you guys move through the cars. And I'd say you kind of check all the stuff as you're going through, looking for these 6 wayward haints that you're supposedly supposed to deal with in some way, shape, or form. And you make it to this first cabin, and all of these doors are unlocked. And you open this first one, and you don't really see anything inside this cabin. The only thing you find is that there is an assorted set of 6 different outfits for clothing and sleepwear. Mostly just fine clothes. Finer than most of you have seen. The second
Is
car...
there any...
Oh, go ahead.
Is there any like sign of ownership or anything like that? Like, who do we know who might own these?
Make an investigation check.
Absolutely.
5.
Or 5.
You're more interested in picking them up and like trying them on, and these shirts and stuff are like way too big for you. Yeah, you're just like hanging around. You don't really see anything that signifies any ownership. If anybody else wants to make an investigation check, they absolutely can.
Ooh, I'm gonna do that.
Sounds good.
Oh, sick.
A 19.
Oh damn.
Bolshoi didn't see it when he threw on the overcoat and was like moving it around, and it's very big and baggy on him. But very obviously on the back, you can see that there's a tag that says PD, which you think would mean Philip Druskenwald.
Oh, sure.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm just kind of like, you should probably put that down, or like fold it and put it back.
I'm not curious. Bolshoi's like, why? Like, what is wrong? And he's gonna like take off, and he's gonna see the tag, like, oh shit, and then like, like, because he knows who Druskenwalds are, and he's like, oh.
Yep.
He's gonna put it back.
Are there clothes in there without any tags or anything like that, or all of them owned by the Druskenwald?
You look around after noticing this on the one set of clothing. You see that all the other clothes are marked with either PD or AD, which Arborata and Bolshoi would both immediately recognize as either Philip Druskenwald or Adela Druskenwald, the Lord and Lady of the land. Of Druskenwald, I should say.
Are there
I
any
put on
hats?
AD's clothes, by the way. I was like cross-dressing.
Yeah.
Major
Are
retcon.
there any hats of any sort?
You might find like 1 or 2 that are like these large, wide-brimmed, like pink ones that have a nice big feather on them, like a plume. Very clearly for Adela.
Is there a tag on it? fill, like all the other clothing.
Yes, I think you'd look inside and you'd see the tag would say AD on it.
Can I take off the tag without damaging the hat?
Dude,
Sure.
don't steal our hat.
Make a sleight of hand to see if you can remove it without damaging the hat.
All right. No.
A 4.
Oh, yeah.
You grab
Yeah.
on like the inside of this hat and you pull and the hat just rips right alongside and you have this like piece of cloth in your hand that's still attached to the hat.
Am
no.
I able to like throw it out the window into the nothingness?
Before he does any of that, like throws it or anything, I just snatches from his hand. I'm like, "You've done enough."
Oh no.
Can I get rid of the
So
evidence?
messed up.
Oh boy. She has it now, so it is up to you guys what happens with
Yeah,
that
no,
hat.
I snatched it from his hand. I'm like, "Come on, like there was no reason for that."
The
Why
boss
would
doesn't leave the
you-
room. He's just sort of like, he's like sort of whistling as he like leaves the room. Just doesn't.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you think, oh, there's a hat, there's a tag on it with Adela Drustenwald's name on it, and you say, I want this one.
Actually, wait. Am I able to go back to the previous car? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, you can check.
Okay. Well, what I want to do is I want to take that hat and I want to take the remnants of that hat away from I forgot her name.
Arborata.
Arborata. And I'm gonna go put it on the severed head in the other car.
That if it's for the shadow, that severed head kind of moved about with that puddle. When the shadow was slain and the head fell and the body
Got
fell,
gooped.
yeah, it like turned into this puddle of shadow and it moved across the floor and underneath the door into the cars ahead. So the head is no longer there.
You only have yourself to blame.
Anybody got a book of matches?
Oh,
No particular reason.
And I just like no, and I just kind of like stuff the remnants into like my pack.
I got-
because, no,
I got
want
oil
to-
and a torch.
Oh, for fuck's
Can we
sake.
burn it? Can we burn the evidence?
I still have the
Tinderbox as well.
evidence. No. And as I'm like my character is about 7 feet tall, so
Mhm.
like I'm just like holding the remnants above their heads. So I'm just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Mine is you.
we have a few.
I'm
We have
I'm
like
also
3
7
really.
feet tall.
Yeah, we have like 3 really tall characters and 3 like medium or like really short characters.
I'm
But
kind of short.
I'm kind of looking around and seeing how serious we all are about burning this hat. You know?
I'm a 5'6" king.
I'm not reacting trying to take it from her, but I'm down to burn it if we want to.
They seem like powerful people. I've already messed up. Why not hide the evidence, you know?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Ain't no
Both
crime.
is not associating with this anymore, as the hat is now broken. He's trying to get away as quickly as possible.
Sure.
Sherlock never wanted to be associated in the beginning,
And he has been by force,
but
unfortunately.
he
Sorry.
has been stuck
go
in the
sometimes.
back trying to find some space in this crowded hallway.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Like I didn't want to get involved in this, but as soon as I saw him tear apart fucking Adela Druskenball's hat, like I had some respect for her, so I had to step in. But this is very, very, very much reluctant.
Indeed. Okay.
Alright, so then I hear you say that. I hear Adela Druskenwald, and that sounds like an awful fancy name, so maybe I'm starting to click at what's happening here, and I suggest we just stuff the hat underneath in some. There's got to be a shelf or something in there, a little drawer in there, that
Yeah.
little nightstand. Just stuff it in there.
Oh boy.
Good idea.
You know what? I like his idea a little bit better. So
Go inside. There are indeed little desk drawers in that table side kind of table looking thing, and you are easily able to pull one out and stick the hat inside and hope that they don't look inside.
yeah, just like she won't notice.
So with those beds, are we able to hide things within the pillowcases or like the pillows themselves?
What are you
You
trying
could,
to
if you so choose.
Can I take the remnants of the hat and hide them in one of the pillows on the very bottom of the bed?
Sure. You could go in when everyone else is moving past. You take the hat out and you just stuff it inside of a pillowcase instead, and like put the other pillows on top of it and leave it. And, like, hopefully no one sees.
We're just gonna hide the evidence in several layers of hidery.
Indeed.
Several hidery.
Perfect.
But
And that was the first car. As you guys move
Kerfuffle.
along, as you get close to the second car, you can only hear this kind of cabin of brass and wooden. There's a sound coming from inside, a nice, slow, somber melody. And as you open the door, you can see that there is this brass and wooden, a phonograph where you play like vinyl records, is sitting and it's just playing music with some. It's like romantic jazz almost, is what you're hearing play through it.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Bolshoi is from a theater. He's listen. He's heard his fair share of music, so he's just vibing. He likes the music. He likes the tunes. So, and he wants. Does he recognize any of the song at all, or is there anything special about it?
Make a history check, maybe.
Oh boy.
History.
Jam.
A 5.
Terrible.
Not really. I mean, you feel like you've heard some similar music before, but this exact song doesn't strike you in something you would remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Arborata, she has only known the Art and Gloom forest. Like all she's ever known is just like the sounds of nature, or
Sure.
like the very, very distant sounds of the different areas in Druskenwald. So she just like looks at the phonograph as she's walking past and just kind of like grimaces, just like, what is this noise? But
Mhm.
doesn't say anything. She
Sure.
walks past.
Sounds good. As most of you, I'm sure, would walk past or just take note of this in the second cabin, you'd make your way to the third cabin, and as you start to get close, you can hear a faint weeping from inside.
Boy.
Yes,
And
Bolshoi?
nobody answers.
Sorry, did you raise your hand, Bolshoi?
I was doing like a motion, like I'm gonna stick my ear up, my ear up
yeah.
to like the wall or like up to the doors and like listen, like try and be like really quiet.
You
So I'm
can
trying to listen.
hear, you can hear the weeping of a young woman.
That's all I can infer.
As you're kind of just listening if you're just listening from the door, that's all you really hear.
Okay. He's gonna kind of like write a note on a piece of paper or like something that he finds.
Sure.
If there's anything around, he's gonna slide it underneath the door.
You hear the crying stop for a second, as you don't really hear footsteps, but what does the paper say?
Just ask, what are you crying about?
Damn.
She opens the door.
Grandpa.
You would hear the door click as she opens it up to see you guys all standing outside.
You
And,
see, before the door opens, Bolshoi, he kind of like does like this, and his mask, it changes from a happy face to a frowny face,
Oh,
and he's
okay.
just gonna be staring. He's just gonna stare at her.
Yeah.
Wow.
She opens the door, and you can see another one of these haints, kind of like the ghosts you had seen before out in the car, but this one is directly looking at you guys, and she's got a bonnet on her head. She's clearly crying. You can see these large, like abnormally large, just black eyes with white pupils, but you can see tears coming down her face as she holds out this locket with like a little heart-shaped locket, and inside is a little mustachioed man with the initials JB underneath the portrait.
Being this haint walk out, he's going. Bolshoi is going to be the one who handed her the note, or
Sure.
stood the note. He's going to talk to her and say, "Why don't you turn that frown upside down?" He's going to do it again, and his frowny face now turns to a smiley face once again.
I am distraught. I haven't seen my husband in so long, and I worry I won't find him in this life or the next.
Well, when was the last time you saw him?
It had to be some time before she looks down at herself. Before I passed, and I haven't been able to find him since. It's been so long, or maybe not long at all. I don't know. Time moves weird here. I miss him. I don't really remember who I am, but I know I was his sweetheart, and I was his. and I'm just waiting for him.
Interesting.
So does Bolshoi notice the lock? Because you said she had a locket, right?
Yes, it was a locket with a handsome
Was it pretty
mustachioed man.
noticeable?
Yeah, well, she held it up kinda as you asked like what she was sad about. She held it in her hand, and that's when you saw handsome mustachioed man with the initials JB under the portrait.
He's gonna Bolshoi he's gonna kind of like look at the locket again. He's gonna be like, well, I have not seen him, but if I do, I could let you know.
Please do. I am not able to leave the cart that I was brought in, so unless he makes his way here or something does, I just have to sit and wait.
Does the mustache man look familiar at all? Like, or is it just?
No, they wouldn't look familiar to you.
No? Okay.
But you could wait and see if you find something else, kind of like you already said. Sure. Yeah, as you say this, and she kind of just floats back into her room and sits on the bed and continues, now that she knows people are here. She's still weeping, but silently. She's trying to just stifle her sound.
Bolshoi, he's gonna kind of reach into his sleeve, and then he's going to try and he's gonna pull out a bouquet of flowers almost and try and give it to her.
Sure. She gives you a smile as she kind of holds onto them, and she kind of sets them on the bed next to her as she kind of still looks at the locket.
And then now I'm gonna leave.
Sure. Perfect.
And try and see if I can maybe go find this person if they're even around or. Yeah.
Sounds good. Is there anything else anybody would like to do while you're still in this cart, or are we good to try to move on to the next one?
Are we able to ask her what her husband's name is? Like, I get it, like the initials are JB, but we have absolutely no idea who his name is. So...
She would answer as you kind of ask her this question, and she would say, I don't remember. I don't remember his name. I only remember what he looks like because of the locket, and our last name must have been B, and all I can remember is that I loved him. That's it.
Okay. Well, we'll keep a lookout then. And then I just nod my head and leave.
Sure. Is there anything else anybody would like to do while you're still in this cart, or would you like to move to the next one?
I'm kind of just following along, and I pass by, and I'm like, "Yeah, sorry about your dead spouse. I got one of them too."
Damn.
And then you keep moving. She kind of gives you a knowing nod, and you guys continue to move. All right. If we're all moving to the next car, then Habling.
Does she remember her own name? Because she said that she didn't remember his name. Does she remember her own?
I think she mentioned that she doesn't remember her own.
Yes, okay. She doesn't remember her husband's name. She doesn't remember her name either. She only remembers that she loved him, and she only has the locket to remember him by. She's sad. She doesn't want to spend eternity alone.
I don't think anybody would.
Yep, that would make sense. But if that is it for this cart before you guys possibly return, possibly not, we can go ahead and somebody else can roll another d6.
I will, unless someone else wants to.
Can I roll?
Go for it.
Go ahead.
All right. D6, right?
Yep.
Five.
Oh.
Nice.
Or 3.
That is
that was me
3.
earlier.
Nope, that is all good.
I still had something pulled up. My fault.
Huh. Well, would you look at that? That will play out quite nicely with the car that you guys were just in. That's very funny that you would roll that one second. Okay.
Let's go.
You guys head to...
You're telling me he's in the next car over?
No.
That's right, isn't it?
You guys step over into this next car. And as you all step in, same as before, the scenery doesn't change until you all move into the mist, and then it clears away, the lights brighten, and you step in. The car is filled with 2 rows of shelves containing heavy mail satchels and bins filled to the brim with parcels and envelopes. You guys look around and you can see this is obviously some kind of postal or mail card.
Is there anyone in here?
You look around and you can see that there is another wayward haint in here. He is kind of shuffling around in this old sailor's outfit as he's got a clay pipe and he's like looking through these big old heavy sacks of mail. You can see he's like bent over and he's digging through them looking for something.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to him.
Sure.
And gonna like kind of tap him on the shoulder, but as like the tap him, it's gonna kind of like phase through him. It's gonna like reach almost like through him.
He notices and he turns around. He's well, hey there.
Hello. What are you looking for?
Purpose, I guess. I'm looking for anything that's ocean related. Well, you don't look dead, but I do. I used to be a sailor back in the day, before I died, I think. And I'm just kind of looking for anything that reminds me of the ocean. I am looking through all these letters, but I can't leave this damn car, and none of these are all just poems. They're all prayers. It's nothing about the sea, nothing about the big blue, you know?
You wouldn't happen to have found any letters addressed as like a JB or anything like that, right?
I don't know. Let me look around here. Roll an investigation check with advantage.
Investigation?
Yep.
Advantage. 17.
17. He looks through and he's like, well, how about this one? And he pulls out this bright pink envelope, and it says on the front of it, it's addressed to my sweetheart, Jacob Braun.
Okay. Bolshoi is like, oh, perfect. Thank you. And he's gonna take this letter, and then he's gonna also notice. You know, you said he had a smoke pipe in his mouth.
Yeah, he's got a clay pipe.
Bolshoi is gonna ask, could I get the smoke from your pipe by any chance?
I think you could try. He holds it out and he drops it, and it phases through your hand and lands on the floor. He's like, well, you know, it was worth a shot, I guess.
Yeah, worth a shot. And he's gonna take the letter and kind of like go back towards the back of the group. He's not gonna quite leave the cart yet, but
yeah,
he wants to know if there's anything still interesting happening.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Sherlong is kind of a nosy fellow. He sees all this mail here. He's just gonna be walking along. He hears all this talking going on. Oh, hey, JB, that's cool. He's just gonna go over here and start looking at some envelopes.
Yeah, you absolutely start committing some federal mail fraud here in the strain.
Absolutely.
And you start looking at letters. You start unfolding them and reading. You're reading through all these like personal notes. There's like, again, poems. There's prayers. There's just like random mail that goes between people trying to commune with the dead. Yeah, you're just getting nosy with all this.
Just looking around.
Sure.
You know, like the scene from The Grinch, Jerry duty. Jerry duty. just like doing that.
Jerry duty.
Pink.
Blackmail, pink slip.
That's pretty good.
Does my compass point towards any of the parcels or packages?
No. You notice as you step into this cart as well, it continues to just point to the next car.
Damn it!
I know.
I'm just gonna kind of like meander through, take a long look at all of the different letters.
Sure.
Do any of the like stacks of letters, or is there like a specific scroll that kind of speaks to me, or like kind of pokes out and catches my eye?
You can make an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome.
6. I'll say you don't. It's not that you don't find anything, but you start looking around and you realize that there is a lot of mail in here. So it's going to take you a little bit to find maybe anything pertaining to what you're looking for. So you start that search.
Okay.
Well, is there anything else the other party members would like to do?
I'd like to go up to this gentleman that was just searching through here.
Sure.
Hello, good sir. Have you gone through a lot of these letters and pieces of mail while you've been in this car?
Kinda. I've just been like Well, I like stuffed these sacks full, and you watch as he takes the sack that he was looking through, and it's like now full, and do this, and he throws it over his shoulder, and then he walks to the other end of the car, and he throws it down, and he's like, well, I just be kind of pretending that I'm like loading and unloading a ship, since I'm kind of stuck in this room, and I'm just trying to think about being back on the water.
I see. I'm guessing you probably haven't gone through them too much, but have you had any letters or anything come by that have talked about any sort of beast or any sort of monster causing trouble in any of these lands?
Well, he scratches the back of his head a little bit. He's like, a lot of these are asking why somebody died, whether that be a pet. They kind of talk about monsters roaming all about, but I mean, nothing specific about no great beast, I guess.
Yes, I feel if any of these letters had what I was looking for or mentioned what I'm looking for, it would stick out to you quite noticeably. But
Possibly.
thank you for answering this question.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I got nothing else to do.
Maybe to remind yourself of the sea, you could possibly try singing some shanties. Maybe some songs of when you were back on the water.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Why don't we try that? Would you like to
I'll help
make
out.
would you like to make a perception? Would you like to make a performance check? And I'll allow Bolshoi to also make a performance check. My goodness, I can't say the word.
19.
19. That's pretty good.
Oh, I got a 4.
I have a +5 to my performance. So.
Indeed.
I got a
Cassian-
+2.
Cassian starts it off trying to hum some sailor tune, but you're not so familiar with sailor songs as much. But hearing what you're trying to go for, Bolshoi picks up the work and starts putting it in. And it's an oldie, but a goodie, and it's one that the mariner recognizes. And you watch as he kind of stomps about without making much noise, and he's like clapping and singing along. And you watch as he lets out a kind of a hearty chuckle. And he's like, "Well, it's been a long time since I've been anything back remind me of home on the water. That sure was nice." And you watch as his spirit starts to kind of fade a little bit into these glowing blue-green sparkles. And eventually they kind of fade out of existence. And you get the feeling that you have freed one of these 6 wayward haints.
Let's
Very
go.
lovely. Very lovely. I didn't even think of that.
There are obvious things that you can do to help them, but there are also alternative things you could try yourselves to try to relieve them of their grief.
Mhm.
As you
I
come
had
back.
that planned out completely, guys.
I believe you.
Yeah.
fully.
You did. Mason's or Cassian's metagaming. He watched.
Yep. Cassian's
Thank
metagaming. That's funny.
Meta gaming. How about you meta bitch?
Damn!
Whoa!
Whoa!
My bad.
Is there
Say
anything?
something.
Is there anything you guys would like to do while you're still in this car before you decide to either move back or go forward?
I think I'm satisfied.
Sounds good.
Let's see.
Uh,
And you said we said we had found an envelope addressed from a Jacob Braun, correct?
Mhm.
Bolshoi had found one. Have you shared that with your party, Mr. Bolshoi?
When I walked back, I kind of like had it in my hand and kind of was like flaunting it a
Sure.
little bit, like, "Oh, I found a letter."
I think you guys would notice that as he's not trying to hide it. You would notice that it is a letter specifically addressed from Jacob Braun.
My God, we just got a letter.
It's like Blue's
Oh,
Clues, we just got a on.
Got a letter.
Careful, you might get copyrighted.
I know.
Damn.
Careful,
no.
YouTube. I'm just saying it's okay. Oh lordy. Cool.
Umbra is gonna kind of trace the sigil of the Raven Queen on his chest, just towards the room in general.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I
Bluff in
think
the room.
most of you would either be waiting or maybe you would step back to the previous car with Bolshoi, which you notice now
Yeah.
that you've traversed through a car, you can move back through them at ease, but to move to a new one, you all have to move through it together. So, I imagine,
Yeah,
go ahead, Bolshoi.
I'll go with Bolshoi.
Sure.
I'm going to move back to the previous cart
Indeed.
and having his letter. I'm not going to open it because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna walk in the room and be like, oh, what's this? And I'm gonna like reach behind her ear and like pull out the letter from behind her ear, almost do, like a
Yeah.
magic trick. Like, oh, and then I'll give her the letter.
She opens it, and you kind of peek over her shoulder as she reads, and you can see it's clearly a letter that, as she gets happier, she reads it. She realizes that her love is actually already on the other side and has been waiting for her this whole time. And she begins to weep, not out of sadness, but as joy. And she hugs the tear-stained letter and the locket as she starts to fade from view in those same bright sparkles of those blues and greens, as she has also been freed instead of dispersed. And this is another wayward hate that's been freed. You're now 2 out of 6. 2 out of 6 have been cleared. Whoopee!
Love it. I'm gonna
And we
join the
have
rest of the party.
Violet.
Indeed.
I'm gonna join the rest of the group.
Sounds good. I think at this point you guys would continue to move forward. And would somebody else like to roll a d4 for me?
A D4.
Yep.
I can do
Oh
that.
yeah, since we're there's 4
Indeed.
cards left.
It'll make it easy for me.
You get a 1.
A 1. So,
Bam.
we go to this
Curse
one.
of one.
You know it.
Indeed. Boink, boink, boink. Sounds good. I gotta actually make sure I gotta make sure I know what cars we gotta go with. Da 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 da. That one. We've already done that one. Ah, shit. Before you move on,
Oh,
sorry, it's a good thing I wrote these down because I totally would have looked past it.
Oh.
And so we'll say this is happening while everyone else was kind of moving about, because Habling, you weren't really doing anything. You didn't really say you were doing anything. You were kind of hanging out. I don't mean it that way. But you would look through, and in this mail car, your shadow, it hasn't acted up as of late, but it starts to wander about and detach from you, and you watch as it goes, and it jumps into one of these sacks, and it pulls out a letter, and you don't really know what it is. You look, and you walk up and grab it, and it's from a famous gambler, addressed to a character, addressed to another guy, and you look through, and it's about a person who also doesn't own their own soul. You read as this gambler kind of explains that to gamble with a higher power and win, you need a magically suited deck of cards, some infallible lucky charm, and a wager grand enough to entice a being that might have it all. And so I can copy and paste that and send it to you if you'd like. Otherwise, if you've written it down, good for you. But I will copy and paste that to you. Yes.
You'll have to send that to me.
Yep, no problem. You can write it down yourself. You know what? I'll just do that right now anyways. Boop-a-doop. Boom. Perfect.
Magic and deck of cards in the same sentence always scares me.
I know.
No, it's like it's like that
Love
one
gambling.
character. It's
Deck
like
of
Gambit,
anything.
you know, from
Yep.
from Marvel.
Yes. But your shadow does
Or it might be
indeed...
Gambit.
It might be. Your shadow would then again slink back to you and connect to your body, and it'd be as if it never left. Perfect.
Oh.
Now
Very
with
lovely.
that...
Do I notice anything with his shadow? Like, is it something that is apparent to everybody, or is that something that only he can see?
I'd say Umbra's focused on going forward. Sherlong was reading through mail. Bolshoi was doing his own thing. You could make a perception check at disadvantage if you'd like. So you'd right-click and choose disadvantage. Because you, at this point, were kind of reading through your own letters or looking through things. We'll see if you noticed it while you were doing that.
Okay. Oh boy.
8.
8.
I'd say you were too engrossed at the time looking through letters for something that might be important to really catch that in particular. But
okay.
I would say enough time has passed that people are starting to group up, and you think that if you were to find something important like that, you would have found it already, and you think it might be time to start moving along.
Yeah.
And so you guys all gather together, and you move into the next car, and this car is the
real
lounge
quick.
car. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, was that Sherlong's shadow that you said?
It was Habling's. Habling's shadow.
Okay. My mistake.
The players themselves can know that, but the characters wouldn't have noticed, so we'll play it
Who
like
rolled?
such.
Was it Mason?
I did, yeah.
Yes,
That would be you first.
indeed. This lounge is one of understated luxury. Ebony walls are inlaid with gold geometric patterns. Plush burgundy velvet chairs are arranged for quiet conversation. Soft light filters through frosted sconces, casting a gentle glow on the various haunting landscape paintings that hang on the walls. You see that this is a very fine lounge car with a bar to accompany it. You also would see a few people in this room. A tall, thin man leans against the bar, a whiskey glass in hand. His dark, slick-back hair gleams with precision, framing his face with sharp lines, and is accentuated by a pencil-thin mustache. He wears a tailored striped suit and grips an ornate cane topped with a silver goat skull. Sitting beside him is a shorter woman with curly brown hair who is wearing a shimmering flapper dress. Champagne flute in hand, she laughs lightly. These are two of the only other corporeal beings on this train, something you haven't seen since meeting each other in the passenger car. And for Habling, Bolshoi, and Arborata, you would immediately recognize these two as Philip and Adela Druskenwald, the lord and lady of the land.
Okay.
So, since I don't know who they are, and they're the only two other corporeal beings,
Yep.
I'm gonna walk up to them both. I'm gonna say hello, introduce myself as Cassian. Hello, I'm Cassian. You two aren't dead, to say it bluntly, but is there any reason for that? Are you off on a little adventure yourselves?
They both laugh before the man turns over to you. Well, you could kind of say that. We travel all over the lands here, and currently we're just trying to make it back home. Back to the chateau, if you so call it. And she would look and say, "Oh my gosh, it's so nice to meet you. I haven't seen a tabaxi in so long. It must be eons." And she kind of reaches up and she starts like grabbing you and petting you and like looking all over your body. She's getting pretty handsy as she's touching you. Oh my goodness, what are you doing on the ghost light? We normally don't pick people up from the mortal realms. This is so cool.
Cassian getting petted and whatnot is a little like confused, but like doesn't push her away or step back or anything. He's just like lets it happen.
Sure.
But he looks at them both and is like, "Well, I'm glad you at least know of my race. Yes, I was picked up by conductor, maybe. I don't quite know what
the
you would call
vagrant,
him."
yeah. Well, he is like oh, Philly, what are they called? She turns over and Philip takes a swig of his whiskey glass before turning. He's a stranger. He's one of the few people who is known to ferry the souls from the mortal realms down to mine. She's like, yeah, it's the vagrant. That's his name, I guess. I don't. He didn't really give us much more than that, but sure, we'll take it.
Oh, that's strange. But quickly, you said to your realm. Are you referencing like where you live, or like where? What did you mean by that?
Oh, you could say that. Why don't you tell him, Philly? You know more about this stuff. And Philip looks over. Yes, we're currently heading back to Druskenwald, named after yours truly. And we're heading back to Chateau Clair de Lune, the finest home in all the land, and one of the best provinces, if I do say so myself. But not just because my home's there. We like the more civilized living that place. That we've built it to be, you know, the cities and whatnot. It kind of resembles the places that, oh god, what's her name? That Adela told me of back in where she came from on the mortal plane.
That's interesting. It's great to meet you, my lord and my lady, I guess I should say.
Likewise. It's clear you aren't from this land. I do see, as they both look back at the rest of the party, though, a few of our local natives and, what is this? Autumn Gloom, Pico, and, I forget that last one. What is it, honey? I can't really remember either. I just love the scarecrows. They're so cool looking. We get a lot of our food there from there, you know?
As they mention the rest of the party, he's going, oh my god. Words are hard. Bolshoi is going to like kind of like take a bow, and he's going to be like, I'm so sorry about my uneducated acquaintance here. It is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. and Mrs. Druskenwald.
Oh, likewise. You're so cool. Oh my god, you must be you're from Pico, right? You're the little threadborn.
Well, of course.
I love this. Honestly, it's one of my favorite places to visit. I love all the festivities, and there's always a show going on, and I practically have to drag Philip out of the house to go there. Oh, it's one of my favorites.
It has been a quite some time since I've been there, though. I took a trip on the Mortal Realm for the small moment as I was sent out on a job by my master to spread entertainment and joy, but I'm now back. I've returned.
Oh, well, isn't that just quite something? All these people meeting here. It's been a while since we've seen a few of lively people. I mean, it's mostly been all those other ghosts, and there's that one right over there that she's kind of. I think she's looking for a song, and you're from Pico. You might be the sing-songy type. And you would look over, and you would see that there is another ghost in here. She is. She's got a nice like fox fur. Draped around her, and though you don't really know the color of her dress, it's very fine, very showman-y type. You would be very accustomed to this, Bolshoi. She's got herself a cigarette holder where it's got like the long handle on it. She's smoking out of it.
Yeah.
And she's just sitting in one of the chairs with her legs crossed, just kind of sulking.
Yeah, Bolshoi is like, oh, but of course, being part of the theater, we did music, dance, and all kinds of entertainment. So of course I could maybe help.
Oh, that'd be lovely. I think she's really dying for one, pun intended.
And Bolshoi, having be a jester, he's kind of like stunned about the pun. He's like, that's my job. Like, what the hell?
She gives you a wink.
And with that, he's going to give one final bow. He's like, well, if you would excuse me, he's going to, bow one more time, and he's going to go to the bar.
Awesome. You get up there, and you would notice that all the bottles are just moving by themselves, and you don't really know what's happening, but you hear Philip ask for another old-fashioned, and you watch as it just prepares itself in front of him, and it slides it across the bar like that, so you can name whatever drink you want, and it'd slide up to you, and you could have whatever.
Bolshoi is going to order a Moscow Mule.
Perfect. Awesome. How does everyone else act in this room as you kind of enter and see the ghost and the two other humans?
I step forward, seeing the bar, and for the first time looking a little bit comfortable, and like I got a little bit of a gleam in my eye. And I go and I walk up to the bar too, and I kind of saw him. No, wait. As I'm walking, I saw her scratching Cassian earlier, so as I walk by Cassian, I give him a little scratch behind the ear too. And then I go up to the bar.
Perfect.
Then I go to the bar, and I kind of just call out into the void and say, "Can I get a beer?"
And you
And
watch
then look
as
over.
yeah, a giant mug, kind of like ones you would see in a cartoon where it's like a big old pitcher, would float up, and you'd see a tap, like a hose gets brought up, and you'd see it fills it all up, and it sets it down in front of you.
Cool. I take a big old drink of it, and I look over at the two fancy folks over here, and I just kind of say, "What's up?"
Hi! And they just wave at you.
I go,
Yeah.
I'm home.
Perfect.
I
I'd like to. I look at the lady and lord. Does
Sure.
this give you any drink? Could I ask for like something to? What am I trying to say? Something to bring my spirits up. Heal me when I'm been hurt.
I get it.
Well, there's no use, there's no point in not giving it a try. Why don't you step up and ask?
Cassian's gonna step up and look around and then say, some healthy potion?
You watch as a few of the bottles just like freeze in place and then shake a little bit, and then they just start going back to work. You get the feeling that they weren't able to do that, and it short-circuited them for a moment.
Cassian's just gonna laugh a little bit and nod and say, that would have been a little too easy if it would have given us something like that.
Unfortunate.
Seeing Cassian talk about health potion and whatnot, and I have just received my Moscow Mule, I'm gonna talk to Cassian. He's gonna be like, and Bolshoi's gonna be like, this is better than any health potion. I tell you what.
You say
taking
that,
this.
but I've never seen anything like that. You see,
Oh,
would you let me take a sip of yours?
well, of course, and he's gonna like slide down this copper mug full of vodka and ginger ale.
Perfect.
Oh boy.
Cassian picks it up, takes a drink of it, spits it out all over the counter. What is this? Is quite possibly worse than drinking shit.
It's great. It's vodka, ginger ale, some lime, and it's sweet. It's delicious. And he's like, why did you spit out my drink? It's like,
Cassian's gonna slide it right back down to Bolshoi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
rag.
is-
A rag floats
That
up and it
is-
wipes up the beer a little, or it wipes off the spit a little bit, and then it like wraps itself up and snaps you a little bit right in the chest, Cassian. Before it goes back and it like dunks itself in the sink and cleans itself off.
that was absolutely awful.
he's Bosa's gonna go back to drink, and he's gonna
Sure.
kind of like shake his head. He's like, "What's wrong with you?" He's gonna like lift his mask up so where he can drink it.
Sure.
But
I'd say, as for the other few party members, right away, I'll just clear up Umbra's. As you look around in this room and you look at your compass, it still is pointing dead ahead to the next car. I'm sorry to say, it is still pointing ahead.
Ah!
I know.
I will say for my character, I'm just like I'm watching all of these people just kind of bumble around while they're in the literal like the presence of probably royalty in this realm.
Yeah, you
Like
would recognize
I
them
know
like that.
who them too. Like, and I'm just like standing there mortified as they're standing there talking like that around them, and I'm just like, I'm sorry about my other acquaintances, my lord and lady.
Oh, don't be. It's fine, really. You would think we like all that really, that high and mighty attention that the nobles give us, but really, I love interacting with all the little folk who don't know who we are, to be honest. It's so much more relaxing, I think. And Philip would kind of pull her close. He'd grab her by the side and say, I'm more for the nobles, but it's great to get out and see the common folk, especially those who haven't heard of our greatness and really who haven't visited our realm. I know that I picked you up a while ago, and you've come to love the place, so hopefully the rest of these folk can learn to love it too.
Yeah, that is what I'm hoping. Hopefully.
this Cassian rolling initiative.
What'd you say, Bolshoi?
What?
Why is Cassian rolling initiative?
That's a good
Why did I
What do
just-
you mean?
It didn't pop up on my side. That's funny.
I didn't roll initiative.
I just saw it. It's a Cassian rolled initiative 7. I was like, oh, maybe this is the
I just
bug.
want to fight the Lord and Lady just for no reason.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, maybe it's the bug. But I saw something that popped up. My fault.
Definitely a bug. I didn't even click
Yeah.
initiative.
D&D Beyond, everyone.
Yeah. Anyways,
Uh,
is there anything that you're doing, Habling?
Ling saw the drinks and he was feeling left out.
Sure.
He saw what Cassian did to Bolshoi's drink, just the absolute disrespect, and he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna pick up the little cat Cassian and he's gonna move him over to the other stool. And he's just gonna go to Bolshoi and ask Bolshoi, hey, can I get a drink of that? That seems pretty good. I smell what you're cooking and it seems pretty interesting.
Yeah, he's kind of speculative, or like kind of like suspicious at this point. But I mean, he just gave it to Cassian. Cassian just spit it out of her. I mean, it's it's vodka ginger beer. Like he loves this stuff, and he's gonna be like, maybe just a little. He's gonna like kind of like, not like fully slide over, but he's gonna like slowly like slide this copper mug towards you, and so let you drink out of it.
That thing's gonna take about 2 or 3 sips, and he's not gonna like it, but he's gonna pretend that he does to not hurt Bolshoi's feelings. He wants to actually make friends with him. He doesn't want to be a complete jerk and completely disappoint.
Oh,
Well,
Lord.
like-
Let's go. Start friendships off with lies.
There we go.
Everybody's taking a drink of
But-
Bolshoi's drink, except for Bolshoi.
Yeah.
Right? I'm the only one who's not drinking it. It's mine. And once you give it back, Bolshoi is you're gonna notice again as I'm almost gonna raise the mug into the air and almost like feed it to someone else or like give it to someone else who you can't see.
Yeah.
As Cage, I allow this unknown person to drink from the mug.
Yeah, sure. You would hand this drink off, and the voice would, "Oh, thank you very much, Bolshoi." As it reaches and it picks up the drink and takes a sip out of it and sets it back on the counter. The rest of you see Bolshoi drops the cup onto the floor, and it picks itself back up and sets it on the counter as it gets refilled with more Moscow Mule.
Bro has what's it called in Death Note? A Shikigami by his side.
Maybe.
Shinigami, I think it's
Something
Yeah,
like that.
Shikigami or something like that.
I haven't
Shinigami,
seen it.
yeah.
Can I run an investigation check to check if if all the marbles are upstairs in Bolshoi's head?
You can roll an insight to like read into his being.
Where's insight at?
It'll probably
right
be
under history.
yeah.
Right under history.
Okay.
The list
the
is
eyes.
alphabetical, so it should be close to the other ones.
Oh, cool.
A 5.
Nobody knows anything about anyone.
Yeah, you kind of eyeball him, and you think it's strange. Maybe you don't know if he's crazy or not, but it definitely was weird that he just like dropped his cup, expecting someone else to drink from it, and then just got like picked up and put back down. It was weird for sure, but you weren't really able to read quite into Bolshoi.
I'm just kind of like side-eyeing like everybody at the bar. I'm just kind of like side-eyeing
Sure.
while I'm actively like focused on the one haint in the corner
Yep.
that they had pointed out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, there's that haint over there. We're supposed to be like doing something with them, and all of these people are just sitting there drinking. So I'm just
You-
kind of like side-eyeing them as I walk past.
Sure. You approach her as she's sitting. She's got this long, beautiful, silky dress. She's smoking that cigarette. She's kind of like looking glumly out the window. She just seems hollow as she's sitting there. And you would sit down, and she'd kind of just like look across from you. Hello.
Good evening. May I ask what you are doing here?
Well, I'm just sitting and waiting for time to come, for time to pass. Trying to build the motivation, find the inspiration for one last performance of a lifetime. I haven't been able to find that perfect song, and most of these folks are too folky, too much pop music, not enough of I love the slow jazz. I love the romance behind it. I haven't been able to find another song quite like it to give a performance, and everybody who passes through here hasn't been able to find a nice song for me.
You say slow jazz. Forgive me, I'm not very versed. Mind explaining to me what makes this so different from everything else?
Well, it is my specialty. I love the freedom that the beats of jazz provides, the sultry saxophone, and the movement behind it, the romance. It is quite. I love songs with feelings, songs that make you feel for another. Oh, it was one of my favorites in life, but I've been unable to find anything in death like so.
Wop
I'm
would
just
do
gonna.
it.
I'm just like, okay. Give me just a moment, and then I quickly like bounce over here to Bolshoi because I know nothing about music, and I go over to him and I'm like, hey, the hint over there said something about a saxophone. Like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, of course, yes. We had saxophone all the time at the theater, and he's going to ask, why? Why do you ask?
Well, the lady said something about jazz, and I have no idea what she's talking about.
He's gonna look over to where
Yeah.
to where she's at,
You would see her over in that
and he's gonna
corner.
be like,
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, sure, yeah, I'll help out, and then he's gonna get up off the bar. He's gonna have his mug with him still though,
Sure.
because he's not letting this go to waste. And
Yeah,
he's gonna
absolutely.
walk over to her and ask her what she needs, because I mean he still doesn't really get it.
Sure. And she would explain the same thing, that she was unable to find the right music to perform one last performance, and everybody she's talked to doesn't quite understand the in-depth nature of jazz and romance.
Yeah. he's gonna think back. As in the other card, he's gonna be like, oh, so jazz music. In the other, or 2 cards back, I think, he remembers the gramophone.
Yeah.
Was that playing jazz music?
It was playing some nice slow jazz. You do think back in that
Of
sleeper
course.
car.
Yeah, so Bolshoi is gonna remember this because, he likes music, he remembers that, he
Yeah.
heard this music, and he's going to say, one moment, as he's going to now leave the cart with still his mug, and he's
Yep.
going to try and go get the gramophone.
Easy enough. You're able to travel back through all the carts, and you run through, and you make your way all the way back to that sleeper cart, and then you open it, and you can still hear the phonogram still playing all the music, playing its slow jazz, and you pick it up. It's lighter than you'd expect for something made of brass and wood, and you bring it all the way back, and you guys are able to hear his presence announced by some slow jazz. You see immediately as you kind of enter back into the cart, her ears perks up, and she looks over to you, and there's kind of a smile on her face as she gets up, and as you set down this phonogram to play music, she gets up and she starts to sing a performance for you all. Yeah, what's up?
Bolshoi would like to join in, possibly.
Sure.
So deep.
She sings this song, and you hear Adela and Philip would get up and they'd begin to start slow dancing as she sings this. I can read the lyrics out to you all as well, or I can, I can copy and paste them, her song, into your guys' chat. The first thing I can put in there that you guys can kind of read out as she sings, because I haven't found a good melody to sing it to, and I don't want to embarrass myself.
Sounds good.
Boom! But yes, she delivers this performance for you guys. And as the song starts to conclude, she holds this high note. With her eyes shut, she begins to fade away in peace. And you see those same blue and green sparkles, and you know that a third haint has been freed.
Very lovely. Bolshoi is going to kind of like say to Alberto, thank you for the heads up, and he's going to go back to the bar.
Sure.
And I said, oh, no problem. But, jazz, it kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. I don't like it. Not my cup of tea. But,
True.
Good for you.
These lyrics are a lot about a lost lover, so I, having a dead wife, relate to that, and I'm at the bar crying.
Yep.
As
Damn.
I'm sipping my beer. I sip the last of it, and I kind of sadly say, "Can I get another one?" There's another one
Yeah,
for
the
it.
tap-
I'm up there.
Bolshoi's gonna,
The tap comes back up and starts filling it up again.
Yes, yes.
yeah.
It's beautiful, I say to the group.
I look at Sherlong, and I just kind of like slowly reach over and I kind of like tentatively pat his shoulder really awkwardly, and I'm like, there. I just don't know what else to do. I'm just like pat his shoulder a couple of times, and I'm like, there, and then I just like get up and walk away. Like that's too much emotion for me.
Having finished his drink, I'm gonna order 2, which is weird because I didn't order 2 last time.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna hand one of them to my imaginary friend.
The same thing happens. You start drinking yours, you're like, yeah, you can have your own. And he's like, oh, thank you very much. That is very sweet of you, Mr. Bolshoi. It has been a while. And he picks it up from the counter and he starts drinking it. But you guys would see, he kind of just slid the drink over and it's just sitting on the bar. It's not getting emptied or anything. It's just sitting there.
Wow, he's
saw that.
schizo.
I saw that happen, and I remembered him doing that funny deal last time. So with I'm gonna roll an insight check
Sure.
in a way of just asking him, "Hey, what the hell?" I
Sure.
have -1 on insight.
That's what it is? Okay.
That's a 9.
9?
A 9? Yeah. I mean, you'd kind of look over and it'd be hard to read him, but you could answer that however you want, Bolshoi. What were you asking him, Sherlong?
I just kind of saw that, and I like kind of give him a little nudge with my elbow. I'm like, "Hey, what's that all about?"
I have a friend. He's a bit shy, you could say, and let's leave it at that.
Gotcha. I'm shy sometimes too, and I just kind of turn back towards the bar and keep drinking my beer.
Hell yeah. Perfect. All right. I will say it has hit exactly 9 o'clock, and you've cleared out 3 of your 6 haints. So I'll ask the party, would we like to continue, or do we want to call it here for the first session?
I think we can call it here.
Yeah,
If
honestly.
people would like to call it, then
Yep.
that's
I'm down to
fine.
keep
If you would
going
like
if
to
we want
continue-
to, but that's fine.
I'll
Yeah,
do whatever.
I'm-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also down to continue as well. Doesn't matter.
Sure.
I'd be happy to continue. I don't gotta work tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
Nor do I.
Sounds good.
Honestly,
I
it's
do,
up to y'all.
but I'm not
Like,
going to sleep
yeah.
soon anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I think we're
think-
gonna keep going then if you want to, Cage, but
Well, I was gonna say if we wanted to stop here, since your first couple of levels happened really quickly, since you've cleared out 3 of the 6 haints, you guys are all level 2. And so,
Okay.
I might make the decision and just call it here because it'll happen fast, and I'd like to help the new players kind of go through the
Yeah.
level up process. So I'll call
That's
it
fine.
here for now, and then we'll do the same thing probably next session where you'll close out the back half of this, and then we'll get to the real meat and potatoes of the campaign. But yeah,
sounds good.
yeah, I hate to call it when everybody's so ready, so willing to go, but I'd like to get these guys caught up and make sure you guys are
Yeah.
leveled for this stuff going forward, because I didn't do that the first time, and I'm like, oh, these guys are fighting a boss at level 1 instead of 3 or 2 when they
Oh,
should
no.
have been. So,
Oh.
awesome. Yes, so like I said, you guys are all level 2. Those of you who know what that means, you are free to roll your HP or let it be fixed, do as you please. But I'm going to stop the stream, and then I can help the new players do their levels ups and stuff. So, everybody say bye, stream. We're going to close it out. Bye, stream.
Bye bye.